just thought about that, mate.
No one burst a bubble or anything.
You never know. Tonight I
Make it sweeter.
Tonight I might go in and click in and out 150 times.
Mate, I tried that, it doesn't work.
You get a couple hundred watch the live stream, don't you?
It's very hard to work out because it's live, so you're not, but you might get a couple of thousand views afterwards.
Brendan, is it Philippine or Philippine?
I think I do want to go Philippine.
Philippine,
Yeah.
you do it?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's Filipone, to be honest with you. But
Philippine,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Sounds right.
yeah. Oh, we'll mix it up.
to be honest, I've never asked him. We just call him Flip.
Flip. Just curious, you might know. Is Bowman actually injured? Or he just hasn't been able to get in the side?
Oh, no. He would have been.
No. Again, I figured as much, but I know the young bloke's been playing some pretty good footy.
Yeah,
so
we would have been able to put both of them in, no problem.
yeah.
I think, like Southport have basically got one. Because Theo's not ruled next year. So I think Southport have got one eye on making sure they've got coverage next year.
No.
He is a bit banged up, to be fair.
Oh, again, yeah.
So he does have a sore knee, but if Southport were in the finals today, he'd be playing. Let's put it like that.
I didn't want to make any assumptions and then go, because again, that was my first thought, and then it's like, well,
When do you guys want to go live? Two minutes out?
well, it is a final, maybe go 3 or 4.
Yeah, okay, cool.
If we can. 3 okay with you? 3 minutes?
No, he's done for the year, though, mate.
Yeah, that's
Officially.
for the year.
Yeah, coming back, okay. Later,
Fun fact, Jackson Edwin, the caretaker coach, played at Broadbeach back in the day as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I remember that.
Hello.
Hello.
Brendan.
Tara. Nice to meet you. You want to skip last story on yesterday, is it?
I don't know. I don't do that yet.
Yeah.
Just someone sit down and does that.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
Oh,
I
why would you do that then?
Sorry, Brendan.
Oh, so you don't want me to do that?
What's that one, Jack? Sorry,
Brendan,
someone's
who's
down.
your mention caretaker coach?
Jackson Edwin.
Who's your caretaker coach?
From Palmy.
So
Jess Sinclair's away.
is he? Right, okay. Okay.
So Jackson Edwin's doing it for today.
Right, okay.
And he played at both times.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, so thanks, mate. Keep feeding us stuff.
right.
So we're going to meet
Where were you on that one, Tara?
Yeah, that should be your wheelhouse.
Guys,
I'll go in order.
we're going live, guys. Sorry.
Alright, I'll let you know.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 1 finals footy. QAFL action here coming from Subaru Oval between the Broadbeach Cats and the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions. My name's Kane Brown. I'm joined in the comm box this afternoon by Mr. Adrian Richardson. Welcome, Richo.
Good afternoon, Kane. What a beautiful day it is here today. Oh, the sun's shining. In fact, it'll be a bit warm out there, so the ground's playing hard and fast. So I'm sure we're going to be in for a treat today.
No, the breeze seems to be coming from sort of left of screen to the right, coming straight across the ground. So it'll be interesting how they move down the ground this afternoon, both these sides. Well, if you told me a couple of weeks ago that Palm Beach will be playing finals footy, I would have been very surprised indeed, but they've done what they've had to do, and they snuck into the finals last week, having a massive win, and unfortunately for the Labrador Tigers, got knocked off on the last round of the season 2023. Got leapfrogged, so Palmy's in, Labrador's out, and they come up against a red-hot side this afternoon here in the Broadbeach Cats. How do you think it's going to play out?
Yeah, well, I was at that game that Broadbeach just held on against Labrador. There was a spirited effort, but Broadbeach seemed to hold up defensively. Labrador had a few chances late, but yeah, look, Broadbeach's strength in their midfield today, you know, we've got names like Bokey and Nicholas and Gledhill. Gilmore's gone down there to help out, and also, you know, the young fellas Taylor and Eckersley and Josh Searle as well. So, you know, it's a star-studded back line, so they do have a strength there.
Looks, I mean, and you look at Palm Beach too, the likes of, you know, Malaki Dumas, who's had a pretty decent year in season 2023. Real live wire down forward. I called the game where they caused almost the upset of the year against Redland Victoria Point, and he was absolutely brilliant. The likes of Tommy Tyne as well. I mean, Tommy Tyne last week had 36 disposals and 16 clearances.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Someone at Broadbeach is going to have to try and curtail his influence in that midfield battle this afternoon. But you got Jackson Emblem as well. Looks like he's standing in for Jess Sinclair as coach this afternoon.
He is. Look, I mean, you know, standing in for the one game, I'm sure they're not going to change up too much, especially in a knockout final. But you touched on it there, Palm Beach, you know, the midfield and their contested way of playing the game. Tyne, you mentioned, Cornish, Harrison on the wing there, AJ Dawson's always in about, and Chima Unyu in the ruck as well. Always, you know, puts in a lot of competition getting that ball out. He'll have a worthy opponent today in Tane Dawson, who's also, and again, going into the Broadbeach's midfield, you know, just a lot of names. Ericsson, Philipponi, Jellyman Turner, Townsend will probably spend time in there, Lombard, Harrington, you know, it's endless. So, look, Palm Beach will be wanting to win the contest, that's for sure, and that'll hopefully get them on the you know, giving them a chance to get those goals on the board.
No, and on behalf of Bradnam's Windows and Doors, the main sponsor for the umpires in season 2023, just go through them quickly. Field umpires Sam Bridges, Jamison Galbraith, Joshua Weekly. Boundary umpires Robert Leake, Brendan Press and Andrew Reddy. And goal umpires Adrian Rosita and Caleb Fridge. Emergency umpired this afternoon is Jacob Severs as well. So good luck to that group of umpires this afternoon, ladies and gents. We're about to start here. Elimination final. Winner goes through, loser goes out. Here we go. Tane Dawson gets the first tap out. Look at that midfield battle. Plenty of numbers around the footy at the moment. Ball gets locked up. Umpire decides to come in for the first stoppage.
First notable match up there, Tom Tyne against Jacob Townsend, two of the toughest players in the QAFL going head-to-head.
Here we go. Townsend there, got the handball out, kick down towards half forward, rolls inside 50 for the Cats. Palmy's got that extra number, good tackle laid. This is Jasper. Jasper kicks towards full forward, great mark.
Is that Gilmore, I think?
Could be Gilmore, yes it is. Ryan Gilmore, number 10, had a pretty solid year, sitting at full forward for a lot of it for the Broadbeach Cats season 2023. Kicked a number of goals during the year and lines up for goal number 1 and the first goal of the game.
Yeah, found himself in the right spot there. Ball came in low, was going a few different directions in the breeze, but he took it out in front and almost uncontested. There was a little bit of heat on him, but yeah, good grab.
Gilmore, right foot kick, look at that, straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's the first of the Cats for the afternoon. We've played just over a minute of game time here at Subaru Oval. Broadbeach get the lead early.
No surprises in the back line there. All the names, Broadbeach names that I was talking about earlier, they've lined up our defensive side. What do we got up forward? Number 13, Brad Lowe's in there. Jai Lockett's obviously in one of the key areas. Reeves as well for Palm Beach.
I mean, geez, that half-back line for Broadbeach, I mean, the likes of Boki and Nicholas. Nicholas, the WA boy, coming over. I'm pretty sure he was the best centre-half back for the Waffle last year, so why they let go of him, I have no idea, but the Cats definitely took the opportunity to recruit him. He's had a brilliant 2023. As both ruckmen go up, Broadbeach probably got the tap. It looks like they're going to get the clearance as well. Here's Townsend. Right foot kick to the hot spot. Ball hits the deck. Plenty of numbers for both sides. Who's going to win out? Looks like it's going to be Palm Beach in the hands of Ben McKinney. Tries to clear now. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Still in the hands of the Cats though. Here they come. Pepperone. Handballs over the top, still cruising across half forward. Boki launches a left foot kick towards full forward. Over the back, rolling. Looks like they've got the 2-on-1 Palm Beach. They should be able to get the clearance here. Coming out defence. Hits the target, number 53. That's Dean Katseris.
Yeah, Dawson, great kick out. He's one of the best kicks in the competition.
In the hands of Corey Beeman. Beeman back in board. Ends up with O'Brien. O'Brien chips the ball over the top. Not the best of kicks. Got absolutely poleaxed by Pepperone. Ball hits the deck. Palmy still got possession. Boki lines him up beautifully. That's holding the footy. Philippone, sorry. Don't know how I got that name wrong, but anyway. First stuff up of the afternoon. Get it over and done with early. Boki's got possession right now. Just back of centre for Broadbeach. Boki goes up towards half forward, gets cut off, and that's Callum McBurney.
Yeah, the tackle earlier was on Tommy Tyne. He needs one or two of them early just to get himself pumped up and, getting in the contest.
Geez, when it's 4-on-1, Tyne had no chance to get rid of the footy there. Boki lined him up beautifully, held him up. Here's a chance for Palm Beach, going towards half forward. The first just outside 50. In the hands of Lower, looking for Boki, goes past him. Philippone had possession of the footy, lost it. The Cats gain plenty of pressure from the Palm Beach Lions. Locks the ball in just outside forward 50 for the Palm Beach Lions.
Yeah, Broadbeach started early, getting all the hands on the ball, but Palm Beach Currumbin have even that side of it up a little bit now, so they're in the contest.
Tommy Tyne launches a kick, gone just over the boundary line, so that's out on the full. Missed opportunity there for the Palm Beach Lions. And it looks like Nicholas will be coming out of trouble. Nicholas just taking his time, getting pushed back over his mark. Trying to come back in board. Umpire said no. He's probably going to go down the line. Decides to. Looking for the likes of Lockett and co. Oh, great mark there. That was a brilliant mark by Beeman. Corey Beeman.
Yeah, great grab.
Right in front of us here on the broadcast side. Beeman goes inside 50. That's not a bad kick. Couldn't hit the target though. Handball back in board. Palmy trying to attack. Launches towards the hot spot. No one really at home. Drops the mark he should have taken though. Ends up in the hands of a Lion. Over the top. There's the first of the afternoon for the Lions. And that's gone to, looks like there's a Braden Taylor. Oh, sorry. That's Carl Nicholson, number 11. Yeah. Got that one stuffed up again. Get over and done with early. That's okay. I've got plenty of help here in the con box.
I think it was Taylor. It may have been Eckersley that sort of fumbled the ball just at the top of the goal square there. Bounced fortunately into the path of Nicholson, and he was able just to gain a bit of composure and got it over the top. There was a Palm Beach Currumbin player in the goal square that actually pulled his hands away from it, let it go through as well. Fortunate. So, good to get on the board.
Goes against instinct. As a forward, you want to get your hands on the footy. Dropped his hands at the perfect moment. So, well done to the Lions. They've hit straight back. Scores a level here. We've just played over 6 minutes in the opening quarter. Plenty on the line for both these sides. No love lost between this Gold Coast rivalry. As Palmy looked to go into attack once more, Townsend probably a little bit lucky not to give away the free kick. Umpire comes in. Another stoppage.
Yeah, Palm Beach starting to get their hands on the ball, which is good. Gets them into the contest. It is noticeable one-on-ones all over the ground at the moment. Neither team giving any latitude.
Townsend again, trying to lock down Tommy Tyne. By the looks. He's had a couple of jobs like that this year, Townsend, where he hasn't been that mainstay at full forward. He's played in that midfield and played almost that tagging role that everyone seems to dislike. Gets hacked towards half forward, ends up in the hands of Patterson. Patterson now. Bokey looks like he's lined up on him. Patterson inside 50. That's a brilliant kick. No one at home for the Broadbeach defence. And Palm Beach ran into plenty of open space. Number 23, that's Jed Harrison.
Yeah, the kick, firstly the mark and then the kick from Dylan Patterson. That's a name you're going to hear a lot more of. 15 or 16 years old, state 15's been confirmed, and, you know, represents Queensland at the junior level and so forth. So, yeah, plenty of talent.
Harrison might not make the distance. That's gone through for a minor score to the right. First minor score of the afternoon for both these sides, but Palm Beach have the lead. That's the main thing. 1-1-7. Leading Broadbeach. One straight kick 6 as Nicholas comes out of trouble once more. Plenty of numbers for Palm Beach. Great mark there. That's Jellyman Turner. Had to take that mark. It was a 3-on-1. If the ball at the deck, they were in trouble, the Broadbeach Cats. Jellyman Turner, not quite sure where to go. Smothered off the boot. Ends up in the hands of Ericsson. Grogan medal winner. Look at the handball off. Comes back in board. Here's a chance for Palm Beach. Plenty of numbers here. Kick's got to be good. That's another good kick. Can't take the mark, unfortunately. Ball hits the deck. Broadbeach trying to get out of trouble, out of defence. Nicholas just hacks the kick towards Lockett. Good bounce for the young man. Lockett now looking for the overlap. Ends up in the hands of Gilmore if he's good enough. Yes, he is. Gilmore kicks inside 50. No one at home for Palm Beach. Handball over the top. Looking to go inboard. Great kick. Great vision from the Cats.
Semler. So Reeves cut inboard there. Semler coming down from the wing area. And I think just at the other end of the ground with the dodge and the kick into the forward line again, Patterson again. So, you know, the young fella showing us early on how good he's going to be.
He's got a couple of early touches, quality touches. Just missed the target going inside 50. Couldn't take the mark. Ball basically went untouched, back up the other end of the ground. Kick for goal now for Broadbeach. That's another one to the Cats. Number 43 ends up in the hands of Jonah Semler. Great kick for goal. That's goal number 2 for the Cats. They've got back to the lead. 2 straight kicks 12 to 1-1-7 Palm Beach. We've played 9.5 minutes in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Palm Beach, you know, they had the hands on the ball. They were playing inside their own forward 50 there for a few minutes. Broadbeach got that opportunity and got the outlet and a few little evasive pieces of play and some good skills and you know, straight up the other end. And Jonas Semler finishing off that goal nice and neat. So, but look, Palm Beach right in the contest here. So it's been a fantastic start, both teams up and about.
Bit of push and shove inside the Palm Beach forward line. They're trying to get under the skin of young Bokey. He's an experienced player at rep footy level, so he won't put up with any of that. Ball goes into Palm Beach. Speaking of interception, that's Nicholas once more. Nicholas looking for Townsend. Good mark. Townsend now kicks towards half forward. That looks like Gilmore once more. Yes, it is. Gilmore got a little bit of the overlap going. The Cats couldn't hit the target though. Extra number with the Lions. Oh, look at that tackle by Jasper. Great effort. That's what you want from a small forward. Lock the ball in, tackling pressure, and sets up a shot for goal.
Yeah, Jackson Graham, he was looking to switch the play to the outer side there and then just hesitated slightly. I think he probably saw a Cats jumper out there and it allowed Jasper time to just run him down from behind and a nice tackle.
Now Jasper probably wants to aim at the left goal post, bring it back. That breeze seems to be pushing the ball from left to right this end. See how it goes here. Kicks for goal. Just missing. So minor score to the Cats. The first one for them this afternoon. 2-1-13. Leading Palm Beach 1-1-7.
I think Broadbeach showed us again how dangerous they can be if they're going to hit targets and be nice and clean. They did move the ball into their forward 50 pretty clean.
Gilmore intercepts on the kick out. Probably 70 metres out. Way too far out to score. Kicks back in board. Good mark taken by the Palm Beach defence on that occasion.
Harrison.
Ends up in the hands of Harrison. Harrison tries to switch the ball.
Of the Zach variety.
Zach variety, thank you very much for pointing that one out. Kicking across that far side, comes back in board, looking for time, drops what he should have taken. Here come the Cats now. The Cats going straight up the middle, gets cut off though. That's good by the defence of the Lions. Not the best of kicks across the ground. Looking for Beeman. Beeman, quality play. Oh, geez, Ericsson didn't have to do it. Just decided to take an opponent's head off there. Gave away the free kick. Probably trying to slow the play down, to be fair. They had a little bit of the overlap going.
Yeah, probably. Well, fortunately, he didn't get nailed 50 metres for that off the play. So,
No.
yeah, you're right there. He was just a professional free kick. So, he got one there.
Beeman decides to kick back into the corridor. Numbers are with the Cats if they get their heads on the footy. Jellyman Turner gets tackled very well. Townsend's coming in. He wasn't happy with the treatment of his teammate. Umpire's not putting up with any of that. Just decides to throw the ball up. Speaking of Townsend, lays another tackle. Ball's nowhere near that contest. He's just sitting on top of him. Play on, says the umpire. Cornish was in there as well for Palm Beach. Umpire's just trying to settle this down in the early stages.
He plays on the edge, Townsend. He makes them earn it, but he's just got to be careful.
No love lost between these two, that's for sure. Townsend lays the tackle, but that's holding the man just a little bit early. Just trying to get in the face of Tommy Tyne. He's going to be troubling him all afternoon, Townsend. Tommy Tyne, right foot kick to about 20 out. Oh, going back with the flow of the ball. Brave effort by the Cats player on that occasion. Here come Palm Beach. Can they get the overlap? Oh, just poleaxed. Bokey on the last line. Pushes it through for a minor score.
Yeah, Cornish with a few good efforts down there. He first of all, he upset the mark and then he was back on it. A good forward handball that almost hit the target there.
Definitely had the numbers there, Broadbeach, but you get sucked into the contest. You're going to have that extra play for Palm Beach over the top for that easy handball in front of goal. Palm Beach looking to intercept. Here come the Cats. They've got to be clean here, and they are coming straight through the corridor. Kick inside 50, one-on-one. Ball gets over the back. Look at the bounce of that footy. Ends up in the hands of a defender for Palm Beach, and he's trying to clear once more through...
Granville it was,
number 9.
yeah, under pressure. Dawson has it now, so yeah, neat kick as always. Who's that out there? It's a long way away, Kate.
Oh, we need even the binoculars wouldn't help on that side of the ground. Unfortunately for Palm Beach, Broadbeach intercept once more. Kick on goal. That's going all the way. That's a great finish by the Cats. Number 27, Cody Harrington. Just launched the ball from about 55. Ball never looked like missing. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's goal number 3 to the Cats. They move to 3-1-19. Palm Beach 1-2-8. Played just over 15 minutes in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and that's the danger for Palm Beach. Possession-wise and play-wise, things look to be on terms. They're both having their opportunities, but Broadbeach just able to capitalise going forward. A Palm Beach error coming out with a short kick, a 50-metre goal from Broadbeach to capitalise on it. And I think so. That's what they've got to be careful of. If the Cats get enough sniffs, they're going to be putting on scoreboard pressure.
They've probably kicked a couple of goals from turnover, definitely in the opening quarter, Broadbeach. So they've really got to try and knuckle down the Lions. Got to be clean in defence when you're coming out of trouble. And as soon as that ball was turned over, you knew he was going to launch a goal. But a brilliant kick from about 55 out. Dawson went up, probably won the tap, and Palmy looking to get the clearance. Oh, look at Cornish get overwhelmed there. Ball gets locked up. Umpire comes in for another ball up.
Yeah, there's certainly a focus for Broadbeach. They're trying to tackle hard and upset the Palm Beach midfield, the Palm Beach Currumbin midfield, who we know are strong and tough, and they love the contested stuff in there. So, they're playing the game they want.
Chima actually goes probably his first tap out. Got another one there for the Lions. Ball gets hacked forward towards Broadbeach's inside 50. Jasper's there once more, just laying another beautiful tackle. And again, every time a Palm Beach player gets the ball, they get absolutely crunched by tacklers from the Broadbeach Cats. Umpire comes in for another stoppage, though.
Yeah, that's right. White had no time. Everett had no time. You're spot on there, Kane, with the tackle pressure.
Dawson brought the ball to ground. And again, Palm Beach through corners, just trying to hack the ball forward. Both players go up. And again, another mark the Lions probably should have taken. Ball ends up in the hands of Semler. Semler chipping the ball towards half forward. Ball rolling towards the boundary. Going to go too quickly. Rolls over for the boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting the last part of these quarters. It's obviously very warm out there, so, you know, under fatigue, it'll be interesting to see how the game plans stack up. You know, kicks won't hit their marks every time, so, it'll be very interesting these last 5 to 10 minutes each quarter.
Lowe came off the ground for a well-earned rest. Lockett back on for the Cats. Gilliman Turner kicks the ball inside 50. That ball is definitely holding up in that breeze. Palmy trying to come out of trouble once more. Look at the pressure from Broadbeach. Gilmore put just enough body pressure on to influence the kick. They got a little bit of overlap here. Oh, look at that attack from Searle. Searle chips the ball back in board. Couldn't hit the target. Ball rolling around the deck. That could have been a free kick. No free kick paid. Here come the Cats. Kick on goal. Looking for Gilmore again. Ball rolls over for a boundary throw-in. Probably a win for the Cats deep inside their attacking 50.
Yeah, it's similar sort of style or piece of play that turned into goals previously. Palm Beach, ball under control, bit of pressure from the Cats, force a turnover. Cats get an opportunity. That time was Ericsson.
They're peppering the goals at the moment. Lockett finds himself in the ruck contest, brings the ball to ground. Palmy again, this sort of hack kicking our defence hasn't worked for him so far. That's a great tackle by the Lions though, no free kick paid. Lockett's there, gets held up. Look at the ball just rolling around here. Oh, Townsend goes bang, lays another tackle. Umpire comes in, another ball up. Players just slowly getting to their feet. Again, Townsend just that balancing act between going too far. It's a real balancing act this afternoon. And again, tackle laid. The tackling pressure has been great by the Cats. The handball wasn't good. Looking for Townsend. Townsend gets a handball out. Semler's here if they can find him. Tried to find him there. Ball got intercepted though. Again, the pressure from the Cats early on, early stages. Here comes a foot race. Who's going to win this contest? Bokey's there. Bokey steps, weave, dodges. And again, Searle goes inside 50. Again, that little overlap kick. That's Reeves. Reeves kicks back inside 50. Going for goal. Cross the face.
Jasper.
No, snuck in. That's a brilliant goal. Salutes the crowd as well. Was that Jasper?
Yeah, I believe it was Sam Jasper, that one. Yeah, great goal from there. Obviously, put it out on the left goal post. The wind brought it back. But what a great kick! I mean, the pressure was on. The ball's moving in and around. But as you've been calling, the tackle pressure. The pressure is what's creating the opportunities. Townsend, yes, he's putting a lot of pressure in. He's doing the hard work. We saw it against when he was on Brock Aston here against Redland Vic a few weeks ago.
Yes,
he is sacrificing his outside game, I suppose. We know he can kick a goal, take a mark, but he's getting in there, getting dirty, putting a lot of pressure on. For a minute there, the Palm Beach guys were matching that. The ball was a bit like rugby style. It was moving out of the back line, but they've got to really keep repaying that pressure. Otherwise, Broadbeach are going to get the opportunities.
No, you're definitely right there. Dawson then, again with the tap out. He's probably on top at the moment. Ball ends up in the hands of Lower. The pressure comes very quickly. Lays the tackle. And again, so Palm Beach in these early stages, just a little bit fumbly. When that pressure's up, they've been fumbly with the footy, turning the ball over a number of times. Here come the Cats once more. Oh, look at that for a handball. Ericsson with it now. Kicks to the forward pocket. One-on-one contest. Who's going to take that? Reeves told to play on. Snaps on goal. There's another one to the Cats. That's goal number 5. 5-1-31. The lead's starting to blow out a little bit here. Palm Beach 1-2-8. We've played 21 and a half minutes in the opening quarter. And again, just like you said, Richo, that pressure from the Cats. They're killing them on turnover when the ball hits the deck at the moment.
Yeah, strong contest, but the Cats got the handball out. Then it was in motion. Semler, a bit of a dirty kick, but it was fortunate. Jasper took it, gives it to Ericsson, kicks it to a one-on-one. Reeves almost claimed the mark. Umpire didn't think so though, so he needed to play on, and yeah, the snap was right on target.
And again, 5-1-31 to 1-2-8. Palm Beach are going to try plan B at this stage in the opening quarter, because at the moment they're just getting killed around the footy. Broadbeach being a lot cleaner, and when they go inside 50, they're dropping the eyes, they're hitting their targets, and they're kicking their goals from the opportunities they've had. Speaking of good tackling, that was Carl Nicholson. He's kicked one this afternoon already, the only goal for Palm Beach. Philippine chips the ball forward. Go and turn back the other way, mate. You're going the wrong way there. Searle looking to punch the ball clear, and does. And that's perfect timing. Just comes straight off the ground. So, guys, I need a rest.
That's how you do it, neat and tidy. don't expend any extra energy doing that, do you?
No, you don't.
That's experience.
Great experience from the captain. Co-captain this year for the Cats. And again, there's tackling pressure. Lowers in there. Look at Lowers working. Great effort there. Keeps the ball in. Right foot kick rolling towards the boundary line. Unfortunately, you were going to get away with that, Broadbeach. Boundary umpire was right there on the spot, but that was way over the line.
Yeah, Bradley Lowe just testing out the umpires, the boundary umpires, making sure that they're on the ball there.
Jeez, if he had the ball in his left hand, he would have been right, but it was in his right, so he was about a metre over the boundary line. Here comes the Lions again. And again, there's sort of nothing kicked forward at the moment. It's just getting cut off every single time. On that occasion, it was Eckersley. Eckersley now, right foot kick, again towards half forward. Numbers are with the Lions. That was a great one-on-one mark by Beeman. Beeman comes back in board. That's Nicholson once more.
He's moved out of the forward line a bit, just coming down to get his hands on the ball a little bit.
And again, this slow-moving approach by Palm Beach. Again, another mark they probably should have taken. Intercepted now. Bokey's got it for the Cats. 2-on-1 here. The one almost wins out. That was Gilmore. Look at that second effort. Handball's over the top. Plenty of space here for the Cats forwards at the moment. Not quite sure what Palm Beach are doing. Handball's backwards. Kick on goal. That's going. There's another one to the Cats. That was Justin Bishop, number 22. Basically right on 50. The handball out from congestion. Ends up in his hands, and he just sort of... It was almost a 9-9 that you just chipped towards goal, just cleared the head of the two guys in the goal square, rolls through for another one of the Cats.
Allowed the wind to take its course back, but it was, good kick. But let's face it, I mean, it goes down in the stat sheet to Justin Bishop, but Ryan Gilmore beating 2 or 3 opponents out there at the contest. Certainly his hands were all over that goal.
Geez, and again, they're getting killed on turnover, aren't they, Richo, Palm Beach? I mean, the effort is there, the work rate is there, but just that last possession, and that's because of the pressure from Broadbeach in this first quarter has just been elite. So here we go once more. Dawson probably got the top out on that occasion. Ends up in the hands of the last goal kicker for the Cats. That was Bishop once more. Townsend again in there. Here come the Cats. Just a little bit cleaner with the footy. Just look at that. Eckersley's there. Steps back in board. A little bit of a check side kick towards half forward. Lockett dropped what he probably should have taken. Trying to get the ball out. Thought I heard a whistle. That's a free kick to Broadbeach, says the umpire. That's Lockett. Probably right on his range from here, just outside 50.
Yeah, look, I think we've touched on it. Palm Beach just need to get their hands on the ball, slow things down a little bit. things getting a little testy through the midfield. A few of the players just trying to get stuck into their Broadbeach opponents, which, it's all good in theory, but you also got to back it up with just winning the ball as well.
No, you're definitely right there. When you're winning the contest, it's easy to get in the heads of your opponent. Lockett launches a kick. He definitely got the distance there, just not the accuracy. Drifts to the right. Another minor score. 6-2-38 to 1-2-8. 5 goals the margin here. Played just about 27 minutes. Here come the Lions now. And again, just this uncertainty coming out of 50. And that plays in the hands of the likes of guys like Searle, who just sit across half back and will take those marks every day of the week. Townsend now, right in the middle of Subaru Oval. Gets on the right foot, looking for Lockett. Couldn't take the mark. Ball hits a deck. That's a good tackle by the Lions defence. That's what we want to see a bit more of. That was number 9. That was Granville once more. We're right just inside attacking 50 for the Cats. Lockett got pushed off the footy. And again, ball gets locked up. Ball's not going anywhere on that occasion. Umpire quickly throws the ball back up. Lockett wins a tap. Here they come now, the Lions. That's not a good kick. Searles might be able to intercept. No, it's Bokey. Bokey looking for Searle back in board. Couldn't get to him. And again, look at the Cats overlap play here. Handball's back in board. Reeves, another snap on goal. There's another one to the Cats. It's raining goals here at Subaru Oval in the first quarter. That's goal number 7. And they've kicked, 7 goals to 1 in the opening quarter. 7-2-44. Leading Palm Beach, 1-2-8. We're probably in red time here in the first quarter, Richo. And what does Palm Beach got to do to get back in this contest?
Yeah, they've got to do a bit. Reeves obviously making the most out of his opportunities, but just looking back behind the ball when it was in Broadbeach's forward line, Broadbeach were outnumbering them along in their backline structure as well. So the Palm Beach players are going down to try to help out, but as you've called a couple of times, Searle's been on his own, and even looking back, Nicholas was on his own just before as well. So they've certainly got the structures holding up behind the ball, and they're making the most of their opportunities. So Palm Beach have to just dig in here.
Look at here they come again. The Cats through Townsend. Townsend chips the ball. Look at that for a kick. Hits the target. Jai Lockett. And that's brilliant effort. And literally, Townsend just came straight through the corridor, just about untouched. And a player of that quality, you can't give him that much room going inside 50.
Yeah, and similar to Searle, just sort of kept his momentum heading towards the boundary line and, just come off for a little bit of a rest as well.
Jai Lockett lining up for his first. Kicks towards goal. That's goal number 8 to the Cats. It's raining goals, ladies and gents. Goal number 8 to the Cats. They're just overwhelming the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions at the moment. And geez, if they don't do something soon, the Lions, they're going to be a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, certainly. Well, behind the 8
if they're
ball
not
now.
already.
Exactly. They've obviously given away a big start, but yeah, they've just got to get in there and get hands on the ball. They've got to match the intensity in close, but also use it and hold on to it, not be giving it back to the Broadbeach players across the half-back line, across the centre.
And geez, that half-back line, the likes of, we've talked about already. You got Searle, you got Nicholas, and you got Bokey. Good luck kicking over that line. They're not going to fall in any traps. They're just going to sit off their man, try and intercept at will. And again, looking for, pardon me.
Oh, Taylor.
Ericsson goes back inside 50. Couldn't hit a target on that occasion. Ball just rolling around. Palm Beach have got to get their hands on the footy. That's probably legged. Yep. Umpire blows the whistle. Just grabbed him by the leg at the last moment. And just a little bit of relief for Tommy Tyne. No, the free kick looks like
Jackson Graham.
Graham now decides to go backwards. Right on the last line here. Where are the options for the Lions at the moment? Kicks towards the boundary line. Umpire said play on. Just, again, a nothing kick coming out of trouble. Ends up in the hands of Gilmore. Gilmore handballs it back to Ericsson. Ericsson, first time this afternoon, no one at home for the Cats. On the last line once more, Palm Beach. He's really got no one to go to at the moment. He's going to go to a one-on-one. Unfortunately, ball just drops short. Ball rolls over for a boundary throw-in. And realistically, I'm trying to work out the last time they've actually gone forward of centre in this
Broadbeach are covering all the exits. We see Taylor coming off the ground. He was just involved earlier with a couple of very sharp handballs, getting the ball forward. But yeah, they're covering all the exits at the moment. So Palm Beach just lacking confidence at the moment. Ball movement suffering because of that.
And that's a tail of the tape really in this first quarter. Cornish was looking at the two ruckmen. The ball literally got held up in the breeze and hit him in the back of the head and rolled back over the boundary line. So nothing really going right. Speaking of nothing going right, Gilliman Turner kicks the ball back inside 50, but again gets cut off by Palm Beach. Here's a bit of a chance for the Lions if they're good enough. Steps back in board, got a little bit of the overlap. Just kicks towards the boundary line, one-on-one here. Good attack on the footy, handball back in board. This is better ball movement by the Lions. Kick inside 50, but again, no one at home for the Lions. Nicholas cuts it across, looks for Semler. That's quarter time here at Subaru Oval. Broadbeach right on top in this contest. The first elimination final, 8-2-50. Leading Palm Beach 1-2-8. We'll be back for second quarter QAFL action in a few moments.
That was okay. Then he was on the trip and he was out wide cuff. Came in and got it, which was good, but they missed 3 tails.
Dare I say this one's got a bit less pressure on it.
I was going to say, well, that's probably what they needed to do, that one, just to suck anything in.
We're going to come back in. And welcome back here for elimination final number 1 between the Broadbeach Cats and the Palm Beach Lions. My name's Kane Browning. I'm still joined in the box by Adrian Richardson and Richo. Geez, the Cats in that first quarter were all over the Lions and definitely on top of the contest early.
Yeah, very, very impressive first quarter from Broadbeach. All their name players just getting involved, as we discussed during the break there. 8 goals, 7 goal kickers. Reeves, the only one with 2 on the board. But just the backline controlling things as well. Now, so Palm Beach, the coaches, they got in there, they had a short, sharp conversation and said to the players, get out there, you guys have to get involved, you guys have to sort of work your way back into that. So they gave the players a little bit of time to discuss things among themselves, and hopefully we'll see an improved effort this quarter.
And the likes of Towns there, geez, he's killing them on both sides of the ball, isn't he? He's basically trying to blanket Tommy Tyne, and at the same time he's got his hands on the footy a number of occasions in dangerous spots, coming through that corridor at will at the moment. He's had a brilliant start to this elimination final.
Showcasing both sides of the game strongly. Yep.
Both players go up. Not really sure who won on that occasion. Ericsson trying to get his hands on the footy. Philippine was there. Ends up in the hands of Palm Beach though, going inside 50. All the players go up. Great effort on that occasion. Numbers are probably with the Cats though. When the ball hits the deck, they're all over them this afternoon. Good tackle laid. Could have been pushing the back. No, says the umpire. It's on the ball. And this is the perfect start for the Palm Beach Lions in this second quarter.
Yeah, good tackle from Nicholson there. Zanka Close was trying to extricate himself out of the congestion, but got held up. And Nicholson, yeah, as you said, avoided the push in the back. But I think even before that had happened, the ball had fallen out, and Zanka Close had his opportunity.
Geez, Jed Harrison's coming off the ground too, looking a bit sore and sorry. But here come the Lions, kick towards goal. That's a perfect start to the Lions. First goal of the second quarter, we played just over a minute of play. That's the second on the board, 8-2-50 Broadbeach, leading Palm Beach 2-2-14.
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth exit from the contest in the middle of the ground, but Palm Beach, they stuck in there. A little bit of a backward handball that went out to Tommy Time. He kicked it nice and high in the wind, and obviously just the forward craft down there, the Palm Beach players kept the ball in and gave the opportunity. So there's one back.
You can't allow those Broadbeach defenders to intercept mark, and that's what happened then. They were able to bring the ball to ground, the Lions, and instantly being able to put pressure on the ball tackler, laid the tackle, holding the ball, kick for goal, over the umpire's hat. Perfect start to the Lions in the second quarter. Ball hits a deck once more. Good second effort by the big fella in Chima. And a bit, again, Townsend, bit of push and shove.
He doesn't let anyone get away scot-free, does he?
No, he doesn't. Chima, again, got the tap out. Ball just gets dropped. Umpire says play on. Broadbeach looking to get into their forward 50 once more. Got to be clean here. Good effort there by the Palm Beach defence. Almost handballed the ball to himself, but it got intercepted. Ball inside 50. That's way too easy by the Cats. Ends up at, and Jasper once more. He's been really good in that forward 50 in that first quarter. Kicked a goal as well.
Yeah, Beeman did everything he could to try to win that ball on the half-back line and took a few tackles forward and so forth, but just got disrupted with the handball, and Broadbeach had the outlet.
Jasper now gets called to play on. Not the best of kicks if he was going for goal. And again, instantly the Palm Beach defence is under the pump. Snap on goal. Don't tell me! That is a brilliant kick for goal. Is that Reeves again? Goal number 3 to Reeves, I believe. That was the most unlikely.
And I think a few of us are standing here going, what happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. 2 or 3 Palm Beach players could have put their hands on the ball, thought it was going out of bounds. They all stepped back and Reeves snuck in, and a little snap around the corner and the wind did the rest, unfortunately.
Jeez, and again, it's all the tail of the tape. Palm Beach defenders getting sucked into the contest. Broadbeach able to get a little bit of space in attacking spots. But I tell you what, that finish by Reeves, you go to any level of football in this country, you're not going to get much better than that. That was a brilliant kick for goal.
Wasn't much daylight there.
No, there wasn't. Goal number 9 to the Cats. And again, they hit straight back. So even Steven in the second quarter. And again, Palm Beach defence right under the hammer. He's been a good player this afternoon, Marcus White. He hasn't had a lot of friends back there, though, unfortunately. Kicks back in board. Gets to Cornish. Cornish. This is Tyne now. Launches the ball forward. Nicholas is there. Drops the mark, but he's good on the second effort. Gets tackled. Ball rolling around. Could have dragged the footy in. Umpire says no. And again, they've been a little bit better with their foot skills in the second quarter. So the coaching staff will be happy with that from Palm Beach. Ball rolling around once more.
Yeah, Tyne running through the midfield there. He had a look out to the right, but then he still... I mean, it's still contested ball. Broadbeach, had covered, but Nicholson put enough pressure on Nicholas for it to go to ground.
And again, when you think about it, as play continues, Broadbeach still had the out number. So Nicholas dropped the mark, but it was a 2-on-1 in favour of the Cats down in defence. So they could well and truly have intercepted that. Look at that from Townsend. That could have been a throw. Umpire says no. Ball rolling towards half forward for the Cats. Palm Beach have got the numbers here. Going to kick out wide. And again, probably 4-on-2 at the moment. Handball's back in ball. The ball just holding up with a breeze. And again, tackling pressure from the Cats. Look at that. Straight away, under the pump, the lines. A nothing kick towards half forward. Ball hits a deck, ends up in the hands of Harrison, I believe that was. They've got the overlap, but they're good enough here, the Lions. Not on that occasion. Could have been a free kick. No free kick paid. So once more, cool, calm, collected. Looking for Bokey, but it got intercepted again by the Lions. Just a little chip towards half forward.
Yeah, Patterson getting involved a few times there, just showing absolute class. So, it's great to see him standing up.
Nicholson once more, kick inside 50. No one can take the mark on that occasion. And again, the tackling pressure. Ducking the head.
Yeah, AJ Dawson trying to make something happen there, but just got caught. So the
Bokey?
Free kick paid against.
Bokey's got the free kick. And again, just when they're looking likely, Palm Beach, just a little bit of ill discipline, giving away the free kick. Looking for Townsend here. Townsend almost got crunched. Ball rolls over the boundary line. Gilmore was there as well for the Cats. Semler was there. And again, just that outnumbered by the Cats at the moment. When the ball hits the deck, they just seem to have got that extra number around the contest and really gained first use of the ball.
Yeah, no, Craig O'Brien, the Cats coach, he'd be fairly happy with the way they're structuring and their starting positions at all the contests.
Tommy Tyne hacked the ball forward. Searle again, just being that free man, half a kick off the play. Look at Tommy Tyne and Townsend are really not focused on the footy at all at the moment. They're just focused on giving each other grief.
Two bulls going at it.
And again, chance of the Lions here. Handball back again. Oh, look at that for a bump from Searle. Bokey's there as well. Look out, Philippone. Got the handball out though. Got to be clean here, the Cats. Oh, got crunched behind the ball. Play on, says the umpire. And again, when ball in hand, they're just a bit cleaner at the moment, the Cats. Coming into attack once more. Lockett's there, handballs it off. Kick inside 50. Reeves is there once more over the back. Couldn't take the mark. Last line defence, the Palm Beach Lions did extremely well not to give away another goal there.
I think Reeves was sneaking in behind there. He let Gilmore know that he was there just a moment too late. Gilmore pulled out, but it was a bit too late, a bit too hard for Reeves. But Lombard showing pace through, across the wing there. Ball just moved to the other end of the ground pretty smoothly then.
Peterson coming off the ground for Palm Beach with what looks like a shoulder injury. Lower, shot on goal. They're not missing this afternoon, the Cats. That's goal number 10. 10-2. 62 to Palm Beach 2-14, I believe. We'll have to double check that score. Yes, it is. We played almost 9 minutes in the second quarter. And geez, they're just not missing at the moment. They're taking every opportunity they get, the Cats, and they're really, really dominating the scoreboard at the moment.
Yeah, Palm Beach played, had the ball in their forward line, which trying to create a few opportunities, and that one would have been deflating because Broadbeach moved it down there, had a stoppage, a boundary throw in, and they make the most of it out the back. So, yeah, a bit deflating that one. Palm Beach had been getting on terms in terms of general play in those last 6 or 8 minutes.
Trying to even up the contest. They're putting so much energy just trying to get their hands on the footy. And Broadbeach just a little bit more class. That was a good smother there, though, but ends up in the hands of Searle. Handballs it off to Lower. Kicking towards, look at Dawson, the big fella. Great hand skills below his knees. Philippone there, kicking towards goal. Lockett's there. Just a little bit cleaner in the end from the Cats. And instead of being proactive, Palm Beach defence being extremely reactive. They're always chasing tail at the moment, and the Cats just a little bit too good.
I think we're going to have to find out what handball drills the Broadbeach Cats are doing down here on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. Some of the handballs we've seen that have been hitting targets have been absolutely electric.
And Lockett, 15 metres out directly in front, slams the ball into the woodwork. So definitely a missed opportunity there for the Cats. I'm not sure if they need any more opportunities at the moment. They're well and truly on top here. Second quarter, QAFL action, elimination final number 1. Plenty on the line here. Ball rolls over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Loser goes out. Season over for season 2023. Winner goes through to another knockout final next week.
And I think the season's on the line for Palm Beach this next 5 to 10 minutes. If they can chip away and get a couple back, they remain in the game. If it goes the other way, it'll be very, very difficult.
Chima won the tap out there, but again, every time Chima's won the tap out, it's ended up in the hands of a Broadbeach midfielder. So he's not having the best of days, but he's getting his hands on the footy. Tackle laid there, dumping tackle, says the umpire. Look at this, step, weave, dodge, handball back inside. That's Bishop, kick on goal. Unfortunately, that's behind number 3 to the Cats.
Yeah, Lombard's,
sorry, number 4.
Lombard's got a step on him, hasn't he? We've just seen it again there. Yes, he went 3 different ways, but another great handball out to Bishop as well.
This is Harrison now for the Lions. He's got to get his hands on the footy a bit more. And again, it's just Palm Beach midfielders and running players being able to get their hands on the footy has been so hard for them this afternoon.
It's been hard work, hasn't it? Yep.
Cornish, put his body on the line there, took a good mark. And again, look at the kick towards half forward. Not to his player's advantage at all. And look at the numbers for the Broadbeach Cats when the ball hit the deck. This is Semler now across half-back. Looks for Searle, gets him. Searle in his usual spot across half-back, just taking his time. Decides to switch. A little bit of open space on that far side. That was Nicholas. Nicholas chipping the board down the wing. Comes back in board, way too high for Dawson on that occasion. Still ends up in the hands of a Broadbeach Cat though. This is Bishop. Kick on goal, rolling. Offline. Reeves was running into the open goal. Missed him, unfortunately. Another missed opportunity by the Cats.
And it's unfortunate how things happen when you haven't got the momentum. And that time it was Tyler Cornish putting a hand up and getting a finger on the ball, and it just made it so that Dawson, edged past him. They need to be communicating, working hard for each other.
Harrison there. Here's the X factor for the Palm Beach line. That's Dumas. 1-on-1. Look at that for a grab. Got to be paid. No, says the umpire. He did everything but take the mark. Searle, good defending. And here come the Broadbeach, out of trouble once more. Ends up in the hands of Semler.
Nicholas snuck in there like a thief in the night to intercept that handball. That was unbelievable.
Semler chips back in board. That's Taylor. Taylor goes back to Searle. Searle ends up with Lombard. Lombard goes out a little bit wider. Gets the handball back again. Footwork is pretty good. Kicks the ball out wide. Looks like Ericsson out there. Ericsson launches the ball towards half forward. That's good ball movement by the Cats. The ball's literally gone from full back to here, untouched from the Palm Beach Lions. Gilliman Turner kicks the ball inside 50. That's not the best of kicks. The defence of the Lions brings the ball to ground. They've got the extra number here, the Lions. Just a little chip, and again, not really to his teammates' advantage. Lowers there, handballs it back, kicks back in board. Taylor once more on this broadcast side wing. All the numbers forward of centre other than Searle for Broadbeach. Behind the ball. Pardon me. Ball again ends up in the hands of Semler. Just got his foot to ball, and again coming out of trouble. Palm Beach under the pump. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Ball gets pushed over. That was Eckersley on that occasion.
It was. Not sure if it's by design, Kane, but Palm Beach went into a bit of a zone defensively there. Now, that could be by design or it could be fatigue. And if it's fatigue, well, that's why Broadbeach were moving the ball around with it being untouched.
And again, they were trying to set up behind the play the line, so didn't really lose anything on that occasion. Makes the contest. He's been good down there for Palm Beach. Number 14 in Buck Smith. But again, Nicholas.
Good in the contest, unable to take a grab yet. But he is contesting hard, I'll give him that.
Here's Ericsson. Grogan medal winner. Kicks ball back in board. Back to Lombard. Lombard chips the ball forward over the head. Ends up in the hands of Dumas. Dumas, oh, good outstretched slip fielding mark there. Geez, he's just about been their best this afternoon, Nicholson. He's
definitely working hard defensively. He's not getting the supply that he'd normally demand in the half forward or forward line, forward 50, so he's going down to get his own ball.
Players calling for the switch, decides to go forward. That's okay.
This is better, use it.
And again, it's his next kick. You don't want to just kick it into the hands of the likes of Searle and Bokey, just sitting back there waiting. Drops the eyes. That's a little bit better. Got to take the mark, though, and does. Got caught a little bit high. So, free kick all mark.
Tyler Cornish there. You know, but as you pointed out there, a good lead. He didn't blast away. The Palm Beach Currumbin player out there. He lowered his eyes. Bokey almost chopped across there, but at least Cornish was able to control it and got one across the neck region for his trouble.
Cornish now. Palm Beach, to say they need this goal would be an understatement. Right to the goal line. Players go up. Ball hits the hands, rolls through for a touched. Another minor score going to the Lions. They move to 2-3-15. Broadbeach 10-5-65. 7.5 minutes played in the second quarter. Will they go down the line here, the Cats? Yes, they do. Looking for Lockett. One-on-one here. Oh, go back with a flight. That was a good mark. Just went over the outstretched hands of Lockett.
Yeah, McBurney, nice one there, kept his eye on it. Lockett would have given all money for Lockett coming back and taking that one, but no, McBurney read it better.
Attacked the footy, so good effort by the Lions, but again, nothing kick going forward. Ball goes over, that's out on the full. And again, they're definitely trying to look for Buck Smith, but just, you know,
not making it easy for him.
No, just too few, because now the Cats defence know where they're trying to kick the ball, and they're just getting the extra number in the contest. Beeman was there, kicking towards him once more. Buck Smith brings the ball to ground, lays a tackle in some of the hands of Semler though. Got to be good here, the Lions. And again, that's going to be out on the full, so that's a little bit better body pressure there from the Lions.
Yeah, the last few minutes again, Palm Beach doing everything they can. They know that the game is, going to slip away if they give up another goal or two. They've stopped it. They've turned the goals off, but they need to now get one or two back themselves.
Nicholas again dropped a mark he probably could have taken. Handball out wide. Bokey's there laying the pressure on. Gets pushed over the line for another boundary throw-in. And again, they need to get a goal for effort here in the Lions before half-time. They need something, anything going into half-time with just a shade of confidence. And look at the young man coming off the ground at Bucksmith. He is absolutely stuffed at the moment.
Yeah, he's worked hard. It hasn't been easy for him down there. And Broadbeach have done their homework. They've had help out on him all day. But even in that last contest, his 3 efforts trying to win the ball for Palm Beach Currumbin.
And again, Bokey kicks the ball out on the full. So again, they've had a couple of inside 50s here, the Lions. That's a nothing kick, but the ball's going to get called back. That's Harrison. Harrison's been another one for the Lions as the umpire loses his footing. Had a little bit of a chuckle about that, I must admit. Ball gets kicked towards half forward. And again, no one at home, though, across half forward. Nicholas.
Yep.
Another intercept mark. If it's not Nicholas, it's Searle. If it's not Searle, it's Bokey. So that half back line for the Cats have just been dominant this afternoon. Ball gets kicked towards the likes of Lockett. Lockett didn't decide not to put the tackle on. Bokey crunches the contest. Lockett puts the shepherd on. That's a good effort from the Cats. But a good tackle from the Lions. Locks the ball in. Time to reset for the Lions.
They need reward now. They really need to put it on the scoreboard.
Love to see Tommy Tyne just crash this contest. Kick inside 50. He's not going to be able to do it. He's just seen off the pack at the moment. Gilmore, a little bit of space. That's a free kick off the ball. Ericsson now. Speaking of space, he's got a mile of room to move on that far side. Ericsson, Grogan medal winner, kicks inside 50. No one can take the mark. Ball hits a deck. He's been really good in this second quarter. Kick towards Lockett. That was brilliant.
Harrington. Yeah.
That was Bishop with ball in hand, I believe. Comes back in board. No one can get the mark there. Again, another missed opportunity. Lions need to get their hands on the footy. Bokey just does what he has to. Ball gets locked up. Another stoppage, says the umpire.
Yeah, they've got to rise to the next level, Palm Beach Currumbin. And that one, Patterson, who hasn't been too bad. He's had his chances today, just needs to take that mark. Everything's got to start going a bit better.
That's a good
bit more
tackle.
right.
That's a good tackle.
Your man.
Dumas. And again, he's been good. That's 2 or 3 times he's touched the foot. He's been lively. Kicks the ball up. That's better ball movement. Nicholson, the only goal kicker for Palm Beach this afternoon at this stage. Not sure where to go.
Searle just waiting.
And look at that. Impacts the contest. Ball hits the deck. Tane Dawson's there. Couldn't lay the tackle. That's a little bit better. Again, Searle just seen off the play. Kicks the ball looking for Semler. Semler couldn't juggle the mark. Extra numbers. That's Beeman. And again, Tommy Tyne. Look at the pressure from the Cats. Not giving him an inch of room to move. Semler ends up with it. Dangerous kick across the ground though. 2-on-1. Ends up in the hands of the one. Hacking kick towards goal. Not going to get there. Lowe was good on the last line. Chips the ball out of trouble. Ends up in the hands of one of his teammates.
Ericsson just says, slow down, boys. Slow down.
Geez, they've just had no reward for effort in the back end of this quarter. They've tried so hard. Semler now, getting a bit of space between him and his opponent, who was Bake-Off smart on that occasion. Had a couple of metres. Semler chips the ball back in board. That's a little bit better from the Cats. Handballs it off. That's Lower again. Lower looking for Reeves. Too far for him. This is Granville now. Granville chips the ball. That's not the best of kicks. Searle again. In the last 5 minutes, I've called his name half a dozen times.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's giving too much respect to his opponent at the moment.
No, Searle kicks the ball long. That's front on contact. That's Harrington. He's kicked one this afternoon. It's probably about 65 out. Kicks the ball. That's Reeves. Reeves into the forward pocket. That's better ball movement. Ends up in the hands of Jasper.
Yeah, just nice and neat and tidy, and this would be a dagger through the heart. Palm Beach, Currumbin, they've been working so hard trying to get some of that scoreboard pressure back into their column, but it'd be a tough watch if this one goes through for Broadbeach.
Geez, not an easy kick from there. Comes in, kick towards goal, not coming back enough. Minus score. They're just peppery at the moment. They had 2 or 3 opportunities, Palm Beach down their end, and the first chance Broadbeach got untouched from half forward, half back to half forward, into the forward 50. Hit a good target, couldn't finish on that occasion.
Oh, Reeves has jumped in, taking the intercept mark.
Oh, it's just the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Correct.
Isn't it?
I mean, he's come out of fullback. I think it was number 47, Tristan Everett. 43, sorry, Corey Joyce. And, look, he's trying to make something happen, but Reeves was just in the right spot at the right time.
Reeves line up for goal number 4. And he's got it. Goal number 4 to Reeves. Goal number 11 to Broadbeach. They've increased the lead just before half time. And if it sounds like we've been, we haven't been talking too much about Palm Beach in the positive, unfortunately, we've got to call it as we see it, and Broadbeach have been right on top from the first second of play this afternoon.
Yeah, they have. I mean, Palm Beach's effort and certainly the last 15 minutes of this quarter so far, they've been trying their hardest to get it down there. I think I mentioned the first thing I mentioned at the start of the game was Broadbeach's back line, and they have been almost, apart from the 2 goals that have gone on, they've been impenetrable. Searle, particularly in the last 10 minutes, just floating across. Bokey and Nicholas, just about every contest down there, is either marking it or spoiling it. So, so the back line's certainly on top for Broadbeach.
Now, what's going on here? Umpires found something going on.
Yeah, Cornish and Nicholas just getting to know each other a little bit, and Cornish has been seen a little bit of hands around the neck area, and Nicholas goes streaming through the middle.
Crunch goes the contest. Look at Lockett. Blind turn. Ends up in the hands of Jasper again, but again offline. See, and again, like we just said, speaking of going from bad to worse, you just can't do that. I mean, right in front of the umpire, and it's generally the second man, isn't it? The guy who reacts is generally the one that gets pinned.
There are 3 umpires out there, and at the stoppage of play, there's 1 in each zone, and they're going to see it.
Ball just rolling around, probably going to be another stoppage. Marcus White's been pretty good for the Lions in defence. Pulled up a little bit sore from that contest. Just plotting back into the position. Just seen off this contest here. Philippone jumps in. Umpire comes in. Says, give it to me. Right on the 50-metre arc for the Cats. They haven't been quite as accurate at the back end of this second quarter as they have for the rest of the game. Palm Beach again under pressure. There were 3 Cats trying to smother that ball. Ball gets wrapped up once more. Another stoppage.
I don't think Josh Searle put deodorant on this morning.
No one's
near him.
No one's anywhere near him. That could be taking the legs out. Yes, says the umpire. I don't think it was untoward, but definitely below the knees. That's McKinney with the ball now in the left back pocket for Palm Beach. Not quite sure where to go. This has been the story of the day. Apprehension, Not quite sure where to go, and that is a really nothing kick. Ball rolling around. Broadbeach can intercept again. Gets hacked out of trouble. Searle just sitting waiting for a mistake to launch another attack into the forward 50. Ball rolls over for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, they're coming to half-time here, and a little bit of air's been taken out of the contest, unfortunately.
Dawson Townsend. As the siren goes for half-time. Elimination final number 1 from Subaru Oval here. The home team right on top in this knockout final. 11-7-73 to 2-3-15. We'll be back for third quarter QAFL elimination final action in a few moments.
My name's James Strybos. I started umpiring at the Jindalee Jags Football Club. I've been going for about 20 years now, and I'm now just becoming an AFL umpire.
So I'm Matthew Young. I've been umpiring for 17 years now. Started at Jindalee Jaguars, also into the QAFL, into the NEFL, VFL, and then finally in the AFL.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I started umpiring at the Aspley Hornets Football Club. I've been umpiring for close to 11 years, and now I'm umpiring AFL football.
I was influenced by my dad. He was running around in Queensland at the time, and then the local just footy club at Jindalee wanted some club umpires, so I thought it was a great opportunity to earn a little bit while I could. So I started in club umpiring, and then really quickly kind of found myself wanting to get involved in the Brisbane Juniors, so then made my way through that pathway all the way into senior footy up here in Queensland.
So we started playing together back at Jindalee Jaguars, and he had a history of umpiring in his family with his old man, and seeing James umpire as well got me involved into umpiring. So to now share that experience that we've had for so long, 15 years or whatever it is, 16 years, to now umpire, and hopefully we get to do a game together at AFL level, which will be awesome.
I started playing at Aspley at under-8s football, and then when I got to about under-13s, I started my club umpiring journey there just to make a bit of extra money. Probably like a lot of umpires, I realised that I was a lot better at umpiring than I was at playing, so to get to any sort of decent level, I knew that it wasn't going to be through playing, it was going to be through umpiring, so it was a pretty easy decision in the end.
Down at Jindalee, it was a pie and a Coke, whether it was a scoreboard or club umpiring or goal umpiring. I used to run about 3 or 4 games a weekend and enjoy the 3 or 4 pies and Cokes, which was fantastic. I'm glad it's changed a little bit now.
Absolutely, give it a go. I didn't have a whole lot of interest when I was playing footy until friends and whatnot started umpiring, and then I just loved it from day one. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to build confidence in yourself. There's so many range of areas where you can develop yourself outside of footy as well, and helps you in life in general. So give it a go for sure. It's a journey that I'm so thankful that I took up at a young age.
Obviously the 3 of us getting put on this year, and there's already 2 on the list at the moment, so to have a good strong contingent of Queensland umpires on the list is fantastic, and to do it with 2 guys that I've kind of come through the ranks with and umpired a lot of football with, it's really good.
It's been a long road to get to this position, and when the phone call came through, I was pretty speechless, and even now talking about it, it's still very exciting, and really just looking forward to what challenges are ahead with it.
I think it's probably commitment is the number one thing. A lot of people have a lot of talent and a lot of people have a lot of promise, but I think if you can combine that with commitment and getting everything right off the field and putting in 100% like everything, I think that's probably what it takes is to get there. Yeah.
We're going to come. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to first elimination final for season 2023 between the Broadbeach Cats And the Palm Beach Lions from Subaru Oval, the beautiful Gold Coast here, barely a cloud in the sky. The wind has picked up a little bit since half time. My name's Kane Browning. I'm joined in the comm box by Adrian Richardson and Richo. Realistically, where's Broadbeach been so dominant and where's Palmy been sort of lacking in that first half?
Yeah, well, it's been, good afternoon, Kane. It's been right across the ground, to be honest. Broadbeach a little bit cleaner with the ball. They're able to put strings of possession together a little bit more effortlessly. They're finding the loose man. They got the loose man in defence, which seems to be reading the ball. Palm Beach, every element of their game seems to be under pressure, and they're working so hard, but it hasn't bounced for them, so far. Let's hope they can get a little bit of a change of luck and be able to, a few things go their way, and they can, add a little bit more spice into the contest.
Again, we keep harping on it's not from a lack of effort. Broadbeach have just been that little bit dominant in most areas across the ground, like you were saying, Richo.
Yep.
And realistically, you can start to, you win that first contest. You get that inside 50. You try and get that first shot on goal at the start of the quarter, like they did in the second quarter. Took them a minute to get their first, a goal on the board. As we're just waiting on the siren here. Tane Dawson in the ruck versus Chima Anianu. Hopefully, geez, that's the first attempt I've had at saying that surname.
Chima
Aniu. Let's go with that. He's been okay for Palm Beach this afternoon. He's got his hands on the footy a number of times. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's ended up in the hands of a Broadbeach midfielder. Dawson probably won the tap out on that occasion. Ball rolling around. It ends up in the hands of Philippone. Philippone to Ericsson. Steps back in board. That's a brilliant tackle. Yeah. That's all we're talking about to start the second half.
Yeah, look, young Patterson, he's been fantastic, showing us what he can do out there today. Great tackle there.
Patterson looking for Anu. Couldn't get to him. Dawson takes the intercept mark. That's a story in itself. Young Tane Dawson given the opportunity with Beeman linked with the VFL side Southport this season. Got the opportunity, came into the side, taken that position by the scruff of the neck. Looks like he's going to have it for the rest of the year as well. Good opportunity for the young man. But here come the Lions. And again, that little bit of a fumble. Dawson was there, chips the ball over. Semler got the overlap going here. Lockett's there. Lockett, again, the outnumbered down the ground. 2-on-1. Reeves is there. Couldn't take the mark. A little bit of a fumble. Ball rolling around. Reeves still pointing in that second, third, fourth efforts. Great effort by the young man. Again, the pressure comes from Broadbeach, unfortunately. That's a push in the back.
Probably fortunate Locker's kick wasn't the greatest there, because Broadbeach had three people running spare inside their forward 50 there. So obviously Palm Beach trying to attack, push forward, and at least trying to give themselves to get back on that scoreboard.
Getting called when the ball gets turned over. Nothing worse for a backman when you're going forward, all of a sudden the ball ends up going over your head. Good contest there, though, by the Lions. Here come the Cats, inside 50, kick towards goal. Lockett's there, couldn't get there. Looks like Gilmore's there as well. Lays a good tackle. Lockett locks the ball up. Reeves comes in for good measure.
Yeah, two big tackles there, one from Gilmore, then one from Lockett after that, holding it in there. Harrington, put it out in front there, hoping, and here he is again.
No one at home. That's an easy goal to the Broadbeach Cats. First goal of the third quarter. He's been pretty lively this afternoon, that young man. Was that Bishop again?
No, Cody Harrington that time again. He has. I mean, obviously linked with, one of the VFL teams up here as well, Cody Harrington, but certainly has been a sharp shooter alongside Reeves today, making the most out of their opportunities.
Geez, I was talking about Tane Dawson just before, just to finish off that little story. He was really struggling, from what I've been told earlier in the year, with the Gold Coast Suns Academy. Could barely get a touch, couldn't get his hands on the footy. Really was showing a real lack of confidence, it seemed. The coaching staff of the Suns Academy had a really good conversation with him, If you don't improve your game, you're playing like a 14-year-old and you're 19. Get back into this game. The spot's there if you want it. And he's just taken the opportunity by the scruff of the neck, like he has with the Broadbeach Cats at the back end of season 2023.
Absolutely.
So, great reward for effort for young Dawson. Couldn't get the clearance on that occasion. Ball rolling around. Ball gets locked in. Umpire says, give it to me. So, and we were talking at halftime too. I mean, Palm Beach having their, all three levels playing finals footy. It's not all doom and gloom for the Lions. They've got a number of talented youngsters coming through the ranks. As Tane Dawson, speaking of which, has pulled up a little bit sore. Lower on this broadcast side, gets the footy now. It's not all doom and gloom for the Lions. It might be, I'm not going to call it early, but they're definitely behind the 8 ball in this elimination final this afternoon.
Yeah,
That's Bishop.
A few of those young guys out there today, actually. Obviously, Patterson, that we've called quite a few times.
He's been really impressive, Patterson. I've liked his game.
Beakoff smart as well. 17-year-olds or Colts listed or even under 17 listed players. So, yeah, they're certainly, they might be, getting a little bit of a lesson so far today, but it'll be good for them in the long run.
It's good experience. Nothing better than playing at the highest level you can. You'd only have to watch some of these Broadbeach players this afternoon. You know what's required at this level. Snap on goal. Just sneaks in for a behind. So Palmy will be coming out of trouble. 12-8-80. Leading Palm Beach. 2-3-15. Played just over 5 minutes. Kicks down the line. Decides to go out a little bit wider. Couldn't hit the target. Taylor was there, putting the pressure on. Ball rolls over for another boundary throw in.
He's let up a few times today, Tyrone Cuff, but I think every kick that's been going, out on the lead has just missed him by some. I think that I recall one mark out on a lead out on the wing. I think it was the second quarter, but apart from that, they've just missed him each time and just not making the most of the leads he's been putting on.
That's Semler chipping the ball inside 50. I believe.
Lombard, actually, yeah. They do look similar out that far side.
He did get an opportunity with the Allies this year, the under-18s. He did play one game during the carnival. Didn't get too many opportunities, unfortunately.
And is that Jasper with the ball in hand out there?
I believe it is. Jasper kicks the ball on goal. There's another one of the Cats. It's all too easy for them. So the second half. It's not over till it's over, but they've done extremely well. That could have been Bradley Lowe. Bradley Lowe with the goal there for the Cats. Again, another player kicking his first goal of the afternoon. Multiple goal kickers.
9 of them in total.
Jeez, 9 separate goal kickers for 13 goals. And Thomas Reeves has kicked 4 this afternoon as well. So there's a really good option up forward. When you look at Reeves, he doesn't look like that tight, he doesn't look like that super contested marking type, but when the ball hits the ground, I tell you what, takes his opportunities, and he kicked a brilliant brilliant goal in that first half.
Certainly getting himself in the right spots today.
Dawson tried to get the tap down. Tommy Tyne has been pretty quiet for the Lions this afternoon. Heads towards centre half forward. Taylor's there. Overruns a footy. Got a frog in the throat, ladies and gents. Apologies, but Searle on the last line. Takes another intercept mark. It's lined up on Dumas down there. Dumas couldn't get the ball to ground. Cornish was there. Couldn't take the mark. Lower handballs it off. Broadbeach coming out of trouble once more. 3-on-2. Ball gets over the back. That's Harrison. Harrison handballs him board to Graham. Graham chips and again turns the ball over way too easy to Ericsson. Kicks the ball inside 50. And again, look at the run from Broadbeach here. Handballs back in board. Way too easy. Harrington. Kick on goal. Is that touched? No, it isn't. Another goal to the Cats. And just in the end, that one was unfortunately way too easy.
Yeah, it was. Once Ericsson intercepted and got it to the run of Lombard out that far side wing. It always looked likely. Harrington now cashing in with the goals alongside Reeves, so 3 and 4 each. So small forwards certainly doing their job down there.
Geez, the likes of Lockett and guys like that down there in Gilmore, if you said to me that between Gilmore and Lockett they'd have 2 goals, and between Reeves and Harrington they've got 7. So that was definitely not something I was looking at pre-game. So they've definitely stepped up to the mark. Again, taking their opportunities while they can in the start of this final series, trying to secure a spot for the rest of the year as the umpire calls that one back.
Yeah, I'm trying to identify if there's been any massive changes at half-time, but I just can't see whether Palm Beach have sort of thrown the magnets around or not. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's a very similar line.
Oh, that's not good. That's 50. Creeping in on that protected space, and Lockett is going to have a kick right practically on the goal line. Comes in. Another easy goal to the Cats. And again, the harder you try, the worse it gets sometimes. And just a little bit of lack of concentration. Umpire called it. He was right there on the spot, encroaching on that protected area. Lockett went from 70 out to about 5 metres out, so he wasn't necessarily going to kick the goal from the first kick.
By real estate from the umpire, you think?
Oh, yeah. It's always that comparison, that Jim Steins one, but over around, we're going back 30 years.
1987.
1987. Geez, makes
Wowee.
me feel old going back that far. A few people looking at me like, hey, I'm a little bit older than you. Don't start.
Don't ask me how I knew that date either.
How you knew that one. So, ball goes up once more. Here's a chance, Lions. Gets a clearance. And again, one-on-one, Nicholas way too good.
Just edged his opponent out with class that time.
Geez, Tristan Everett, just like you said, Richo, just got pushed off the ball. Under the drop of the ball. Nicholas way too good on that occasion. Looking for Boki. Boki now, left foot kick. Down the line. No one can get possession of the footy. Look at Ericsson tracking this ball. Here come the Cats. Got a little bit of the overlap going. That looks like Jasper. Jasper, kick inside 50. Can't hit Gilmore. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Gets pushed over the line. Boundary throw in. Good effort by the Palm Beach defence on that occasion.
Yeah, another goal looked likely there, but the Palm Beach defence able to make Gilmore go wide, and obviously the ball rolled out of bounds.
Ball gets thrown in. Harrison wins it on that occasion for the Lions. Ball gets pushed out towards Tyne. And again, this wall of defence by the Broadbeach Cats. Nicholas, Boki, Searle have been doing this all afternoon. Nicholas, ball gets smothered off the boot. Straight away gets back for the second effort though. Launches a high ball inside 50. Good luck marking that. Ball hits the deck, handball out. Lockett gets his arm pinned. That could be holding the ball. No, says the umpire. Comes in for another ball up. Jeez. Just looking across the board for Palm Beach too. Again, they've had almost no reward for effort this afternoon, which has been a real shame because considering where they've come from at the start of this year, a lot of things going wrong for them. It's been a monumental effort to play finals in season 2023. And we're off to the races here. Ericsson tracking the Palm Beach player on that occasion. Launches the ball. Boki gets back. Gets his hands on the footy. And again, just that extra number in defence for the Cats. Finds Ericsson. Ericsson straight over the top to Boki. Left foot kick inside 50. Got to go. Drops the mark. Got the ball back though. Ball gets locked up. And again, it's almost that perceived pressure, isn't it, when the ball comes in like that?
Yeah, and look, I know he's on his haunches over on the wing there now, but can I just remind you that the Palm Beach player running out, taking the bounces off to that was the 15-year-old Dylan Patterson again. So he's certainly trying hard for the team.
When you talk about, and you've mentioned it a couple of times, Richo, but I tell you what, I don't care what level of footy you're playing at, 15 years of age, putting the effort and really the skills that's obviously given him a chance. Speaking of skills, that's a great snap for goal. Unfortunately, that's another goal to the Broadbeach Cats.
Captain.
The captain.
Sorry.
The co-captain.
No, the co-captain, is it? The vice-captain? Jellyman Turner, anyway.
Geez, you're making me work here. No, co-captain, Jellyman Turner, number 24. Another first-time goal kicker this afternoon. But, gee, yeah, like we were saying, anyone who can be 15 years of age, playing at the level he is, putting the effort in that he is, it's a massive plus if Palm Beach can hold on to him in the not-so-distant future. He'll be a brilliant player for the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions in future seasons. As the ball comes back into the middle.
Absolutely right there. But again, just, another clinical finish there. Jellyman Turner, boundary line, snap around the corner, with the wind. They're making it look easy, Broadbeach.
Oh, crunch. Takes out his own man there, lower. Ran right into Taylor, who's, luckily enough, has gone up, so nothing lost. Speaking of Taylor, kicked the ball to him. Probably wanted to apologise for the shoulder and the head. Ball gets kicked towards forward 50 again. Gilmore, not quite there this afternoon. He's had a lot of opportunities like that, Gilmore, hasn't he? Just not quite hitting the target, the kick inside.
Yeah, that wind sort of keep on that side of the ground. It just pushes the ball towards the boundary line, so it's in the air. It's running away from him, so to speak.
Ball gets thrown back in. Here come the lines coming through that corridor. That's a little bit better. Slow it down, says Richo Katsiris. And again, umpire gives the benefit of the doubt. That's a free kick to the Lions. Going to Carl Nickerson, the only goal scorer for Palm Beach this afternoon. He's got 2. Free man out this broadcast side. This is White. White lowers the eyes, hit the target, Cornish. And again, Cornish sort of looking up going, I've got no one to go to at the moment. Forward to the footy. Kicks the ball short. That's a little bit better from Harrison. Ran into some space. Harrison.
No run from the midfield.
No. Harrison kicks the ball. This is Nicholson once more.
Dawson just sitting and waiting.
Right foot kick. Bokey puts the body pressure on. Tane Dawson in the hole. Takes an easy mark in defence. That's not the best of kicks from the big man though. AJ Dawson intercepts and will set up a shot on goal. 16.5 minutes played in the third quarter.
Certainly got the ball in the right man's hands. AJ Dawson, one of the best kicks in the competition.
He's been a real servant for Palm Beach for quite a while, hasn't he, AJ Dawson? They've got a number of players in that sort of little list. They've been great servants of this football club. Dawson, right foot kick. That's better from the Lions. They've kicked their third goal of the afternoon, 3-3-21, trailing the Broadbeach Cats 16-8-104. 17 minutes played in the third quarter.
Yeah. Slow build up there from Palm Beach, finding loose players through the midfield and going back and just a chip over the man on the mark, finding another player. The long ball in was, looked after by Dawson, but fortunately for Palm Beach, he gave it straight back to them on the exit kick. So,
it's good as much as ruckmen have improved over a number of years now.
Be careful.
Almost the last thing you want is having the ruckman on the last line kicking the ball our defence. And again, he's been brilliant this afternoon, Dawson, and he's got a lot of upside. But maybe giving the handball off on that occasion might have been the best option. I think I got away with that
No
evaluation.
comment. No comment.
Okay.
I'll leave that one to you, mate.
Okay. Well, something's got to go wrong for Broadbeach this afternoon because they've done just about everything else right. Ball gets locked up once more. And again, talking about Palm Beach, the likes of Dylan Pearson and Carl Nicholson, they're two younger players that you could definitely build a side around in the future. So again, nothing lost for Palm Beach. They might be disappointed with the way this game is turning out, but there is plenty of upside for the Palm Beach Lions going into season 2024. As Broadbeach kicks towards half forward, again that ball just drifting towards the boundary line. Ball rolls over.
Now, something that I've just realised is that this quarter I haven't seen Jacob Townsend out on the ground. So
no.
It looks like, and I can only see 3 players at the bench there. So hopefully, hopefully they've just got him on ice.
Geez, that's a massive story. And again, not knowing all the details, but you'd hate to think he's pulled up injured in one way, shape or form. That'd be a massive blow for Broadbeach. Both ruckmen go up again. Dawson probably won the tap out. Philippone tried to get the ball out. Ball rolling towards that boundary line again. Got the handball out. Ball rolls over. Another boundary throw in. And straight away, see, I can give him an achievement. Dawson just laid a brilliant tackle, locked the ball in for another stoppage. So well done to the big man, making up for his little mistake earlier. Geez, that breeze is blowing across the ground so hard. That ball was really holding up. Semler got the handball out, was looking for Taylor. Here's a chance for Palm Beach. Not the best of handballs, but numbers are probably with the Cats. Players go to ground though. Good tackle laid. And again, the umpire, the off-the-ball umpire has found a free kick. It's going to Broadbeach. It's with Lockett. Not sure what went on. We might have to try and find out what was going on there. Lockett chips the ball in short. Way too much space. And that's Bradley Lowe. Got the mark. And again, there's just been a couple of instances of just a little bit of ill discipline that really Palm Beach are paying for this afternoon. Lowe coming in for goal number 2. Not going to get there to the hot spot. Ball comes off hands, rolls over over the line for a minor score. He's done a fair bit of this afternoon. Marcus White kicking the ball out from full back. And again, he's been another player that's been able to hold his head up high up to this stage. And again, just the uncertainty from Palm Beach at the moment. Not sure where to go. Oh, crunching tackle there from the Cats. Again, always under the pump. Ball rolling towards that boundary line. Rolls over for another boundary throw in.
That was tough work.
They moved the ball about 80 metres, but
you know,
the amount of effort going in to get the ball there.
The run and carry, it's the right idea, but every bit of it was under some sort of pressure. And, you know, ends up with a boundary throw-in out there on the far wing. You know, can't deny them that they're trying to get that run and carry going.
That pressure gauge from Broadbeach has been through the roof this afternoon as the ball gets kicked inside attacking 51 small. Ball hits the deck. Who's going to get possession of the footy? It's Palm Beach. That's a little bit better, playing in front. Can they create a little bit run on that far side wing? Steps back in board, handballs it off. Kick inside 50, playing from behind the big fella. Oh, goes up. Couldn't get hands on the footy though. Ends up in the hands of Bokey. That could be holding the footy. He's not getting rid of it. No, says the umpire. Geez, Buck Smith almost jumped over his head.
Well, we spoke about it earlier, but again, and I know I sound like a broken record, Patterson there, accelerating away, long kick, and the tackle there, Beekoff Smart, the other young fella out there on Bokey. Very, very good tackle to be able to hold on.
Now, they're saying that's a free kick to Broadbeach. Buck Smith went up in the ruck contest, got a little clip behind the ear. I don't know what the umpire gave that for. As Nicholas looking for Semler, drops the footy. Here's a chance. This is Dumas. Dumas looking for options. Ends up in the hands of Harrison. Harrison kicked the ball. Drops short. Drops on the lap of Searle.
That went sideways in the air. Once it got up in the air, the wind took it far. It looked like it was going to go through, but yeah, Searle just...
Ball gets turned over. Snap on goal once more. Is that better from the Lions? Hits the post. Geez, that goal umpire almost did a backflip there, trying to push back to get under the post to watch that ball hit it. So good effort by the goal umpire down there. Steadied his feet. Nicholas now kicks the ball from full back. The big fellas go up. No clear winner on that occasion. Tried to trick the umpire there by keeping it in, handballing it to himself.
More so the intent
Lombard.
behind it. I saw that 40, 50 years ago with a guy named Kevin Bartlett handball into himself and run around the boundaries.
See, people say he never handballed, but he did.
He did
He just did it to himself.
That's right.
Geez, that's going back a little bit. Kevin Bartlett, the great KB for the Richmond Tigers. Dumping tackle there. Searle didn't like it. That was Cornish laying the tackle on Semler. That could have gone pear-shaped very quickly. Play on, says the umpire. Harrison, handball's back in board. That's better. Good kick. And is that the young man? That's Patterson. I can't speak highly enough of the young man, I tell you. He's been brilliant.
Yeah, very neat, that one. Cuff, obviously, the one with the ball in hand now, but it's a great kick. Gave no one else any opportunity.
Cuff comes in now. Right foot kick. Getting held up with a breeze. That's a better finish by the Palm Beach Lions. Get around them, boys. Pats on the back all round. Cuff was great. Good finish. But again, going back to Dylan Patterson. Well done, young man. Patterson forward of centre, kicking inside 50. It's just been A+ material this afternoon.
Yes, he's certainly...
The very few opportunities I've had, but his ball use has been brilliant.
He's somebody that you want delivering the ball, isn't he? He's shown very neat.
Good footy, Brian. Good decision making, and for 15 years old,
very evasive.
Way above his years.
Finds himself space, but yeah, that finish and. Yes, there might be a better standard of footy for him down the track at some point, the way he's tracking.
Well, again, it's not a play you'd want to lose if you're Palm Beach. They've had a number of they've had a lot of representative players this year. They've stepped up to the mark, played extremely well. The Allies winning their first national championship this year. So well done to those Allies boys. They had probably 3 or 4 of them in that Allies lineup. Palm Beach. Ericsson now, a little bit fumbly. Broadbeach still end up with the footy though, kicking towards half forward. That's better defending from Palm Beach. Gets pushed over the line. Another boundary throw in. And now that you've said it, I'm really trying to get my head around that Townsend situation. I'd love to find out what's going on with him. Because you're right. Have not seen him in this third quarter.
Yeah, we'll try to ask one of the Broadbeach staff at 3/4 time. We'll see if we can have any update on that. They might be holding their cards close to their chest.
Wouldn't blame them. Coaching staff there, plenty of experience in that coach's box. Craig O'Brien, past AFL great. You got Matty Lloyd, who's an ex-Swan as well, back in the 80s. As a young man. As an assistant coach. Ball gets rolled over. Looks like Cornish ended up with it. And again, this is Harrison. Harrison kicks the ball inside 50. Got to hit the pack. Good effort there by the young man. Buck Smith. And again, that's all you want from a forward, isn't it? Impact the contest, bring it to ground, lock it in, let's set up once more.
Nicholson was trying to let the umpire know that he may have got first hands on it there because he ended up with the ball in his hand.
Buck Smith trying to get the tap to a teammate. He was almost running into an open goal. Again, the bounce of the ball. Whoever invented the shape of this ball needs a talking to, because I tell you.
They had a future as a comedian, I think.
We'll take that. As the ball gets thrown in once more. Bank Smith hits the ball over, finds a teammate. Bokey, bit of a dangerous tackle. No free kick paid. Ball gets hacked out of there. Good defending. That's a good contested mark out there. And again, slow and steady. Just try and hold on to the footy for a little bit, Palm Beach. That's better. Cuff. He's been okay in the last couple of minutes. Cuff looking at his options. Kicks to a hot spot. Buck Smith again launches the footy. Couldn't get the mark. Bokey coming out of trouble once more. Luff is there again. But look what happens when the ball hits the deck. The use of the handball. That's a smart kick too. Ball rolling around again. Oh, bang! Lifted him up and dropped him. Here's a shot on goal for the Cats. Way too easy. And that's number 27 again, Cody Harrington. Goal number 4. And again, the bounce of the ball there, rolling inside 50. It looked like he had all the time in the world to get his hands on that ball. That ball just rolled around in uncertain ways, but good enough in the end to finish that one off.
Lockett had moved up to the midfield area and he ended up with the ball in his hands. And when he turned around and looked forward, it was 3-on-1. 3 Palm Beach Currumbin defenders and Tane Dawson. What does he do? He doesn't go and blast it as long as he can. He goes off the side a little bit, puts it in favour of Dawson. A little bit of a collision there, and I heard some spectators, they're dangerous. But at the end of the day, the Palm Beach player jumped up into Dawson and bit of a contest.
And again, as the ball progressed, it wasn't a deliberate act. It's just the way the bodies ended up.
Yep.
And he actually probably took quite a bit of care bringing him to ground in the end. So well done to all players concerned. As Broadbeach look to clear the ball now through Taylor. Pushing through the contest, gets bumped for his trouble. This is Harrington again, inside 50. Couldn't hit the target on that occasion. Palm Beach trying to come out of trouble once more. Reeves chasing the player on that occasion. Ends up in the hands of White. White chips the ball over to that far side, cross half back. And geez, he just about picked out Reeves just over the outstretched hand. Ends up with a teammate. Kicks out wide.
It was centimetre perfect from Dawson.
Centimetre perfect. Katsiris with the footy now. Kicks the ball down the line. Buck Smith again. Finally, he says. Clunches the mark. Kicks inside 50. Unfortunately, Bokey just taps it to itself. Cornish gets possession. Bokey lays a good tackle. Ball gets held up. Another stoppage. And again, he almost didn't want to mark the footy there, Buggy. He just had to do himself, ran onto it.
I'm not sure if he lost it in the sun. The shadows are sort of pointing in that direction towards him, but it did look like he was unsure of where it was.
Gilmore won the tap out, was looking for Taylor, couldn't get to him. Ball gets held up.
Give him the benefit of the doubt, I think.
Sometimes you think ahead a little bit too much. I think it was almost like he was going through the 1,000,001 variations before he actually got his hands on the footy as well.
What he was going to do, you reckon?
Probably. He's definitely got one of those football brains, especially the way he plays the game across half back. His running patterns are really good as a half-back flanker. Just always finds himself in dangerous spots. Kicks the ball into an attacking spot. Could have probably left it. Here's Dumas trying to step around Bokey. Couldn't. Gets pushed over the line.
Yeah. For his size, I don't think I've seen anyone as agile as Bokey. He even just there, Dumas tried to sidestep him and Bokey,
wasn't going to have it.
Bokey was there before Dumas was.
You're right about that, Richo, as Gilmore got the tap out. And again, that's just what would you call that? Good sportsmanship. Boki actually grabbing the hand of an opposition player, getting him off the ground, giving him a pat on the back after that tackle was laid.
It might have been a wayward clip to the chin of some nature to cuff there, but he looks to be fine.
Well, Cornish gets slung off the footy. Umpires decided to ball it up. I think just held on to it long enough where the umpire just blew the whistle as he was kicking it.
We'll call that a quick whistle nowadays.
A quick whistle?
We don't get too many of them.
Buck Smith goes up, got the tap out. 2-on-1 in favour of Palm Beach. Had to be a mark there to Patterson once more attacking the ball. Wasn't. Chipped the ball, and guess who? Boki in the perfect spot to intercept that ball. Comes out of trouble once more, kicks over the line. No one can get their hands on the footy. Ball rolling. Reeves was there. Boki was almost like a goalkeeper then, wasn't he? He was just sitting off the contest.
Yeah.
Ball went to boot. Just reached out with the hands. Clutched it out of the air. Good work by Boki in defence once more. The longer this game goes on, and considering the scoreboard, I can't give enough plaudits to Patterson. I can't find enough. Oh, speaking of which, he ends up with the footy again.
I didn't want to do it, but the way he went for that ball just a moment ago in the defence, the forward 50, yes, it was very impressive.
As the siren goes for three-quarter time, we've got a Palm Beach player down. The trainer's just gone to him now. Oh, jeez. I wish I had a drone at games like this. You just hover over the player to see what number it is. He's on his haunches. So, is that...
Cuff.
That's Cuff.
Yeah,
He's
look,
been pretty good in the third quarter.
as I mentioned before, there might have been something, just an accidental something down in the forward pocket there earlier, and he we saw Boki give him a hand up out of the contest down back then when it happened, and just then he went past him and sort of asked him if he was...
Double-checked again?
Okay, so yeah, nothing untoward at all.
No,
but just,
no.
or it even might have been something in his eye or something.
Little poke to the eye, maybe. Well, it's three-quarter time here from Subaru Oval, Broadbeach, well on top in the first elimination final. 17-9, 111, leading Palm Beach 4-4-28. We'll be back for final quarter QAFL action here in a few moments. Yes.
Winning 18 points at the moment.
And welcome back to elimination final number 1 from Subaru Oval. Live QAFL action here between the Broadbeach Cats and the Palm Beach Lions. My name's Kane Browning. As my cohort just gets his headset back on, Adrian Richardson. Welcome back, Richo.
Yeah, thanks, Kane. Broadbeach obviously in a very strong position here. Unfortunately, wasn't able to find out any news on Jacob Townsend as yet. Looking forward, but I'm sure we'll know more at the end of the game.
That could turn into a massive story for the Cats. We have not seen Jacob Townsend since half-time. He had a brilliant first quarter. And we've just got around the grounds. Wilson Grange leading by 10 points, 74 to 84. That could be an upset in the other elimination final, considering Grange was leading by 38 points at half-time. That's not a type-over. Grange leading Surfers Paradise in the other elimination final. As play continues here at Subaru Oval. Palm Beach with the first clearance. Ball hits a deck. That's a free kick for over the shoulder. So here's a chance for the Lions.
I think Nicholson it is, and I think he's probably been the Lions' best player today. Obviously, normally like to spend a little bit more time inside his forward 50, but he's had to go and find the ball a little bit, but he's still been very productive on the scoreboard, kicking their two of the three.
2 out of 4, sorry. Ball hits a deck.
Was that Buck Smith going high?
Yes, going up. Yeah. And again, you definitely can't say those guys in that forward line have not tried for Palm Beach. Speaking of which, ends up in the hands of Palm Beach. Kick towards goal. That's goal number 5. And guess who it is? We've been talking him up. Sorry, as I get lost for words. Dylan Patterson. First goal of the afternoon. And those comments you were making, Richo, you talk about Nicholson. Geez, I'd almost be leaning more towards Patterson. Now he's kicked that goal as the best for Palm Beach this afternoon.
Yes, with that goal, he's certainly edging, closed the gap, and may have gone past. I'm glad you waited until he kicked the goal to point that out.
That was just perfect timing.
Yep, okay, no worries. I'll assume you were going to say it anyway.
Well, you're giving your 3-2-1, mate, so I'll leave it. That job's yours. I'm not going to get involved anymore.
No disrespect, but I'm unsure whether those two guys are going to be part of that.
No, let's say honourable mentions.
Yes, true. Very true. Very true.
As Broadbeach now get the ball back out of the middle. Tommy Tyne has tried hard all afternoon. He was well curtailed by Jacob Townsend in the first half. Nicholas ducks under, gets cleaned up. And again, there's still plenty of heat in the kitchen here this afternoon. No love lost between, you'd almost say, arch rivals in Palm Beach and Broadbeach. Speaking of Palm Beach, here's a chance now. Inside out talk, but guess who? It's Nicholas across half back, taking an uncontested mark once more. That's a good kick. Ericsson couldn't take the mark, but he's got some time. Unfortunately, couldn't get the handball out. Palm Beach going inside 50. Nicholas falls flat on his back. That could be an ankle. Keep an eye on that, Richo. He's gone down. He hasn't moved. There's the ball rolling around here inside attacking 50 for Palm Beach. That would again be a massive story for the Cats, possibly going into the second week of the finals. He's back up on his feet now, but he's looking very, very sore.
He just, was put off balance. The ball was coming in and he just slipped the wrong way, and it looked like the foot or the ankle or the knee, one or the other, just it doesn't look too bad. He is jogging off, so hopefully it's just a just a jarring or a slight niggle.
That's all. The rest of his body really sort of continued on, isn't it? So the foot planted. You've really got nowhere to go. Something can give on occasion, and but you're right, Richo, coming off the ground with a pretty decent limp, but he seems to be okay. Fingers crossed. Ericsson has got the ball on that far side. Decides to switch the ball across. Gilliman Turner, just someone he's had to this afternoon. Hasn't had a lot of the ball. Looking for Gilmore. Good intercept play by the Lions on that occasion. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Tyne gets knocked off the footy. And he's pulled up sore as well. Just got his no, he's gone. Tommy Tyne.
Right ankle.
Right ankle. He might have actually hyperextended the knee as well. Oh, he's pulled up very sore. Very sore. We'll try and keep an eye on that. Guys starting to drop left, right and centre here for both sides. Doki just bumped him off the footy and just sort of planted the leg. Going to all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, it was a little bit innocuous. I mean, yeah, Bakey, just put a little bit of body pressure on as the ball was dribbling out of bounds. But yeah,
it wasn't untoward by Bakey, but just got his leg in a bad spot, Tommy Tyne. So, fingers crossed, he's okay. He's had a really good year for the Lions in season 2023. Be shocking to think in the last game of the year, possibly he's pulled up with a serious injury. This is Harrison again. Harrison's had a fair bit of footy this afternoon. Looks like Dumas out there. Dumas kicking the ball towards, that's Joyce. Joyce decides to play on. Not the best of kicks, just up in the air. Looking for a contest. Ball hits a deck. Extra numbers are probably with Broadbeach, but the attack on the footy was brilliant by the Palm Beach player on that occasion. Locks the ball up. There was one bloke going for the footy there, and that was the guy from Palm Beach. Great attack. Geez, that was Cuff again. He's had a pretty solid second half in this game. Ball just rolling around at the moment. Holding the man, says the umpire.
Yeah. Cornish just a little bit overzealous there on Bishop.
Bishop now goes out a little bit wider. Kicks down the line. Comes back in board. That's low. Low. Again, just kicking forward of the contest. Kick inside 50, 1-on-1. Got to be pushing the back. Yes, it is. And just dropped. Geez, lucky he didn't get away 50 there. That was Jasper. Gave the push on the back and literally just dropped the ball on the ground. Had to be a 50-metre penalty. Palm Beach again under pressure. Ball ends up in possession of Jed Harrison. Harrison over the top to Everett. Bit quiet this afternoon. This is tough again. Drops what he probably should have taken. Brings the ball back into his body, the big fella in Eckersley. Bokey now steps, weaves, left foot, looking for Gilmore. Over the head of him, gets touched on right at the last moment of Lockett. Umpire's going to throw that ball back in.
Nicholas comes back on, so fortunately nothing of too much concern there. For the other side, young Patterson comes off with just a little bit of cramp in the calf, I would have thought, looking at that.
Well, considering the workload he's had this afternoon, he wouldn't surprise me if he was cramping up. Ball gets kicked down the line. Big fellas go up. Speaking of Nicholas, there he is. Oh, great step and weave to the young man in Joyce. Joyce. Calmly to Harrison.
Zach Harrison.
Zach Harrison.
We've had Zach and Jed. They've had 50 between them, I reckon, today, both of them.
You're probably right.
So they've both been okay.
Kicks the ball inside 50. That's better from Palm Beach. And Joyce, he's been okay this afternoon. Not great, but he's been okay. Just a little bit lacklustre with his possessions this afternoon, unfortunately. Not quite sure who that is on that far side. We'll work it out as we go. Very difficult on that far side of the ground.
Yeah, look, we can't see. I'd be going with Beeman. I would be.
Beeman?
Yep. Looks like we've got the
Corey
nod on
Beeman,
that.
we got the nod on that. Dropping short, ball gets punched over the line for a boundary throw-in. Take that as a win, Palm Beach. Just try and build that wall across half forward line. Just lock the ball in for the next 5 minutes. Would be great to see for the Lions. Just don't allow Broadbeach to have an easy out here. Dawson probably won the tap out, brought the ball to ground. Searles there for Broadbeach on the last line. Bokey just decides to punch the ball through the point post for another minor score. As again, that's Nichols again. That's pulled up Ginger. I must admit, Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholson. Nicholas. Considering the margin, I'm kind of surprised they've got Nicholas still out there.
Well,
I must admit.
There must be no sort of concern, I guess.
Structural damage.
Yeah. He must be feeling okay. He must have just tickled a joint of some nature, but he certainly wouldn't be out there if he was going to do any further damage.
No, hopefully that's the case. Bishop now. Not the best of kicks. He'd love to have that one back. Kicks towards half back. Number 78 comes back in board. Number 12, Liam O'Brien. O'Brien now decides to switch. Look at the space out here if they're good enough. Almost had to go there. Got held up was Dawson. Dawson handballs from a stop-start to Harrison. Harrison again. Looking for the other Harrison. Couldn't get to him. Broadbeach come out of trouble once more. Ball gets brought to ground. Here we go, Palm Beach. Kicks towards half forward. Got to go here. Good effort there. Number 41, Jackson Graham. He's probably 55 out. Nicholas on the mark. Handballs it off. Nicholas, great smother there. You're right, that ankle. Cornish. Got the intercept. Bokey's going to lay the tackle. Missed tackle, unfortunately, there for the Cats. Bokey goes back, follows up. Great effort.
And that was Tommy Tynett that I've back out there in the contest. It's good to see he's fixed up whatever little ailment he had there.
So from the exception of Townsend, all possibly injured players back on the ground. So that is good to see. We've played almost 11 and a half minutes in the last quarter. As Broadbeach go to attack once more. One-on-one here. Jasper's there. Look at that great second effort. Jasper, too easy. Another goal to the Cats. That's goal number 18 for Broadbeach this afternoon. Jasper kicking goal number 2. 18-9, 117. 5-6-36. The Palm Beach Currumbin Lions. Right on the 12-minute mark of the last quarter.
Yeah, the game certainly opened up in the last 5 or so minutes. Ball spending time at both ends of the ground, but again, I think it's been a similar story all day, that Broadbeach get an opportunity and they're making it count. Broadbeach toil away and try to manufacture something, but for whatever reason it hasn't been working for them, and then Broadbeach go back and go down the other end and find a way.
81 points the margin as it sits currently in favour of Broadbeach. As the ball goes up once again, Dawson's had a pretty good afternoon to lower. This is Lombard. Lombard been pretty lively this afternoon. Not the best of kicks going inside. Looking for Gilmore. Got to go here. All players concerned. That's a good effort. Gilmore lays a brilliant tackle. Here come the Cats. This is Bishop. Bishop, kick inside 50. Hits his target. Ends up in the hands of Lowe. Lowe, wanting to go. Hits his teammate. And I believe that's Lockett down there. And again, towards the end of this game, sometimes you reach that point where you realise you can't win. And unfortunately for Palm Beach, that's sort of the case at the moment. Looks like we just got an update too. Wilson Grange looks like leading by 4 points in the other elimination final. That'd be a pretty big upset as Lockett, ball just drifts to the left. Minor score. He's been a bit off target this afternoon, Lockett. He's probably kicked 1 sort of 3 or 1 4. Sent one flying into the post earlier. So, not the best of days by Lockett, but his work rate's been good. Palm Beach coming out of trouble once more. O'Brien's been impressive in the second half.
Yep.
He's had a fair bit of the footy. Unfortunately, Nicholas launching himself with the ball, overran it. Here come the Lions. That ball drifting towards the boundary line once more. The big fella's been moved up forward. In Chima. Jeez. I'm having a lot of trouble with that.
Chima it is. But again, Beekoff smart, just going for a little bit of a run. Good to see Casey Nicholas going 100 miles an hour at the ball again. So again, just reinforcing that the leg must be fine.
Semler kicking the ball out of trouble. Dawson's there. Handball off to White. Again, not the cleanest skills. Good mark taken there. And that's Nicholson once more. And again, he's definitely been their best forward. He's kicked 2 goals this afternoon. I know they've only kicked 5, but he's lined up for goal number 3.
He might retake the lead.
Listen, hey, I told you I gave my little bit, and now I'm staying out of it. So the 3-2-1's in your hands, Richo, as Nicholson, unfortunately, couldn't get the distance. Broadbeach really were the only team who had players on that goal line. Ball gets kicked out, rolls over the boundary line, another boundary throw in. Missed opportunity. Well, they've kicked 5. I'd love to know who the other couple of goal kickers are. Dawson's got 1. Patterson's got 1. Nicholson's got 2, so we might be missing a goal kicker here. As a snap-on goal, that's goal number 6. And that looks like... would that be Bakeoff Smith? Smart. Sorry, Smith. Too many Smiths. Bakeoff Smart. He's been okay in the second half as well. Another young player.
Yeah, finding his feet. He's obviously, as I said earlier, the game's opened up a little bit, particularly in this last quarter. So he's been able to show some of his skill, and he's got his agility as well. But nice finish there.
He seems to be a good contested player. Like in congestion, he's done pretty well this afternoon. Considering the sort of domination, especially early on that Broadbeach midfield had. He's been, as the game's progressed, he's taken some good steps forward. So well done, young man.
I saw him playing in the Colts earlier in the year, and he just owned the half-back line. Any ball that went to that area of the ground, he was able to send it back forward for Palm Beach at that level.
Looks like Buck Smith's gone into the ruck for Palm Beach as well. So that's an interesting move in this last quarter. Jellyman Turner across half-back. Dawson's free if they go to him. Decides not to. Buck Smith's been everywhere for Palm Beach. Look at the effort he's putting in. Still chasing the ball. He just looks cooked. Every time you look at him, he looks cooked. But he still managed to put that another effort in. So he's been really solid for them this afternoon, the Lions.
Long arms and long legs, but certainly covers the turf and tries to get to the contest.
Got his jumper held, the big fella for Palm Beach. No free kick. Look at the run and carry by the Cats. Bokey was there. This is Reeves. Reeves kicks the ball inside 50. That's too easy from the Cats. And here's another chance for Bradley Lowe to kick his second. Geez, ball on turnover, isn't it? You get so much effort from the Palm Beach players going into the contest. That little gimme handball over the top, all of a sudden, they're right under the pump.
Yeah, it breaks the line. And as I said, it's been a hot day. It's been a long day now, so we're getting towards the end of it. And when there's that little bit more freedom off the ball, all it takes is one sort of outlet handball to get the ball momentum going, and just then, Reeves only needed a metre or two away from his opponent, and then was able to turn around and found Lowe in his own real estate.
Lowe, goal number 2. The Broadbeach Cats, well, they've made a statement here this afternoon. 19-10, 124 to Palm Beach, 6-6-42. We've played just over 19 minutes. As Craig O'Brien's coaching from the boundary line here. Got a pretty decent smile on his face, so he's pretty happy with the effort this afternoon, and who wouldn't be? Looks like they're going to progress into week 2 of season 2020-23 finals series.
They wouldn't give me anything.
They wouldn't give you a thing.
Wouldn't give us anything.
Well, no. So again, we've got nothing on Townsend as Palm Beach.
No, confirming nothing on Townsend.
Confirming nothing on Townsend. So technically, they gave you something, but just not something you didn't already know.
Correct.
As Palm Beach lining up for goal number 7. They got the centre clearance, launched the ball inside attacking 50. There's the kick. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's goal number 7.
Yeah, McBurney that time, and he's had a good crack today as well, mainly in the back line. But that goal there, just a little bit of a reward for him.
And again, if they can take any, and we've said it a number of times, if they can take anything from this afternoon's result, I mean, the amount of young players coming through their list, I mean, we were talking about, Bokoff Smart, we've talked about Patterson, we've talked about Nicholson. Cuff is there as well. I mean, they've got a number of players coming through, and that's just in this lineup this afternoon. They can definitely look at season 2024 with a bit of optimism.
Yeah, absolutely. And earlier on today, the Palm Beach Currumbin reserves got up against Mount Gravatt, so they're still in contention this year. And
they came from behind in that last quarter too.
And then the Colts, finished top of the ladder, so they're up next week against Maroochydore. So yeah, certainly strong with the youngsters at the club.
They're not doing anything wrong with their development, Palm Beach. As Ericsson got the free kick out of the middle of the ground. And again, Lowe's had a field day. He always seems to be playing in front. Not the best of kicks on that occasion, though. Ends up in the hands of Reeves. Is that goal number 5? Yes, it is. Goal number 5 to Reeves. Well, Cody Harrington was on 4. Reeves was on 4. Now Reeves is on 5. That's 9 goals between Reeves and Harrington. They've definitely stepped up in that forward 50. 20 goals, 10, 130. 30 scoring shots to 13. Now, we talk about domination. That is dominant.
It has been dominant. And I mean, this final quarter, it's a little bit of going through the motions, I suppose. But, look, the players are out there. There's still contested football out there at times. But it just, there's a little bit more space. And if somebody does something that's nice and sweet and good handball, or, you normally find someone on their own, which is what happened there.
Oh, bang goes the contest there. All players hit the deck. Philippone lays a brilliant smother. Ball rolling out. Semler looks like he's got it there. Gets held up. But again, these players, like you say, Richo, at the back end of the game, still putting their body on the line, still putting the effort in.
They are, yep.
All players concerned, speaking of effort, Buck Smith, again, trying to get his hands on the footy. Seems to have been outnumbered all afternoon, the big fella. As he just lopes back towards half forward. Yeah,
he's done everything he can up there. He Mind, I mean, and let's face it, the tall defenders that Broadbeach that have had on him throughout the day, being Eckersley and Gledhill and others, they've done well too.
They've done well, and as a forward, all you can really do is attack the footy and make your opponent accountable. So, good for the Broadbeach defence, and a good effort by the Palm Beach forward. As speaking of going forward, Broadbeach again goes inside 50, deep in the pocket. Looks like Jai Lockett's got it out there.
Yeah.
Nephew of the great Tony Plugger Lockett.
And another very good pass. I think it was it Lombard out there?
It might have been Lombard, I think.
Just a bullet pass that landed at Lockett's chest.
As Lockett snaps on goal, drifting across the face, just sneaks in for a minor score. And I tell you what, even though Reeves has kicked 5 goals, he was still screaming in the hot spot, screaming for Lockett to give him the footy.
He wanted another? He wanted a dozen? Half dozen?
And it was about 10 metres away from him. So he was still screaming for the footy. Reeves definitely wants to kick another one. As the ball coming out of trouble once more, the Lions. Lions going towards half forward. That's a push in the back, so that'll be a free kick to Buck Smith. I've always had trouble saying Bank Smith.
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, it's been okay.
You've done well not to drift back into Bank Smith.
No, the reigning...
We would have been in trouble if young Bank Smith was playing for Broadbeach today.
No, you're right. Yes, you're right there. You're definitely right there. Another player who can't seem to find an opportunity in this senior lineup. The reigning Grogan medalist, Bank Smith from Aspley. He's played a ton of VFL basically all year for VFL side Southport. So he hasn't had much opportunity. Well, he hasn't played barely any footy at all for Aspley in season 2023. As this is Dumas now. Dumas. Love to get a goal on the board. That's not a bad kick. Right to the goal line. Just drifts to the right. Another minor score. Well, if we said, after half time, I mean, it was 2 goals to 11 at half time. So they've kicked 5 goals in the second half, Palm Beach. And even though the scoreboard's blown out, they can definitely keep their head up high. Speaking of Broadbeach, here's a chance for Reeves. Going for goal number 6. Rain into an open goal. Goal number 6 to Reeves. And that's just about all she wrote at Subaru this afternoon.
Yeah, he's cashed in on the last couple there. That one was just a training run in the air. By the time it got down to him, he was on his own. The Palm Beach defence got caught coming up to try to defend the ball closer to the middle of the ground, and he'd squirted out the back. So yes, but as I mentioned, and we've mentioned a few times throughout the day, that he made it count. It wasn't a gimme. He was worse than a 45 degree angle, but he's still he wanted to get that 6th one, as you mentioned not a minute earlier.
No, so goal number 6, he's 2 ahead of Harrington. We've played 27.5 minutes, so might be maybe 2 or 3 minutes left in this contest this afternoon. Might be able to even it up here. Palm Beach 7-7-49. Broadbeach 21-11-137. I keep having to go to the calculator trying to work out the margin as Palm Beach look to come out of trouble.
We'd go with 92 on that, wouldn't we?
92. AJ Dawson handballs it over the top to one of those younger players. But again, the bounce of the ball just hasn't been with Palm Beach this afternoon.
Maybe we go with 88.
80. Oh. Jeez. Hang on. You've got one last attempt before I double check this. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 88.
88? Yeah, okay. Yep. Well done. Third strike, you would have been out of the com box, so well done, Richo. Oh, no.
No, just calf cramp
Yep.
that he was suffering earlier. So,
Geez, the young man, Patterson.
he couldn't slow down there.
No.
Fortunately, Ericsson didn't tackle him.
Geez, he's got cramp in the calf. He wants to give the handball. The umpire says, nah, mate, you got to go behind the ball, behind the guy on the mark. AJ Dawson just about ran across the man on the mark.
Normally, he'd come back straight
so
away.
So he's been forced to kick on his right foot that he's got cramp in and seized up even more. So umpire not too gracious there for the young man in Patterson.
And that is a more experienced player knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The cramp was going to come back absolutely as that kicking motion was taking place. So he'll learn from that one.
To be fair, if you were a good teammate, you'd still be running off for another handball. Surely you wouldn't make the young man kick the ball.
Look, AJ Dawson did his best there to try to sneak through for the handball receive, but Pato thought he'd do it himself, and he just learned a little lesson then.
We did hear as well. He's in the. I'm trying to think. He's actually playing rugby league for Palm Beach as well in one of their development programs down there. Obviously, very well known their rugby league program, Palm Beach Currumbin. So he's a bit of a jack of all trades, but definitely got to try and keep him in Aussie rules football. That's for sure. As again, the ball just rolling around here. The dying stages of the first elimination final here. Harrison there. Gets his hands on the footy. Handballs over the top. Tommy Tynes there. Back to Harrison. Back to Tyne. Tyne back in board. I'm losing track of names here. The ball's going all over the place. Thank you, Cornish.
No? Yes, Jed. Jed Harrison.
Jed Harrison?
In the middle of the ground now.
Jed Harrison chips the ball forward. Can they sneak one more towards the back end of this game?
To Zach Harrison.
To Zach Harrison. Jeez.
Hard to see anyone over there. The shadows.
Geez, we have enough trouble in the daylight seeing numbers. Now we've got the shadow as well. Ball really to no one. Searle over around the footy. Ends up in the hands of Bokey. Goes to Taylor. Taylor goes out a little bit wider. No one really forward of the footy here, so they're trying to hold on to it, the Cats. Kicking the ball forward now. Tane Dawson. Oh, look at the plenty of room here. Jasper's screaming inside 50. Couldn't take the mark. AJ Dawson. This is Jasper though. Step sweep, dodges. Launches a kick on goal. Goal umpire went way too far there. Almost lost his footing again. All clear and goal. And geez, that little 30-second snippet of play, I was really trying not to start laughing because everything was.
I think the goal umpire wants to hear the siren as well.
Geez, that was almost a twinge of the knee as well.
He skipped a breath there for a minute when he stumbled. I thought he was going over as well.
Well, that's goal number 3 to Sam Jasper. So it was a small forward. You go through the goal kickers. Reeves has got 6. Gilmore's got 1, Lockett 1, Lowe 2, Lower 1, Bishop 1, Gilliman Turner 1, Harrington's got 4, Jasper with 3, Semler with 1 for the Cats. Got AJ Dawson, Carl Nicholson, who's got 2, Dawson's got 1, Callum McBurney's got 1, Nelson Bykoff, Smart's got 1, and Dylan Parsons got 1 as well for the Lions. I'm pretty sure we're still missing 1 for Palm Beach, so apologies for that. As Broadbeach look for another shot on goal, we've played 32 and a half minutes in the last quarter. As, speaking of which, the siren goes.
So Lockett going for a 100-point margin here.
Oh, no pressure at all. Jai Lockett, nephew of the great Plugger Lockett. Got to kick the goal to hit triple figure margin. Lines up, kicks for goal, and unfortunately, off target. As we're looking down here.
Right calf.
At Jacob Townsend. He's got some strapping on the right calf. So, thank you very much for the thumbs up. And that's not great for Broadbeach. Hopefully he pulls up okay before next week. Well, it's season over for the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions, 7-7-49. Unfortunately, just not good enough this afternoon. Broadbeach, 22-12, 144. First elimination final is done and dusted. My name's Kane Browning. Thank you very much to Adrian Richo. Just quickly, go through some best players.
Yeah, look, you might think it was a pretty easy thing to do, finding best players for Gold Coast. Gold Coast. Broadbeach here on the Gold Coast. But look, they were pretty dominant across the ground, so it is hard to. I'm sure I'm going to leave out one or two, but obviously Tom Reeves and Cody Harrington both finishing off some great work up the ground. I thought Justin Bishop was really good. Did a lot of the hard work in and under and around the ground early. Josh Searle was fantastic in the first half, probably quietened down as the day went on. Nicholas, fantastic most of the day. And for Palm Beach Currumbin, I think we've talked about the few that can walk off tonight and have a beer and be happy with their performance. We had Nicholson, who was probably their best player for the day, arguably. Dylan Patterson, what a great performance by the young fella there. And also the two Harrison boys, Jed and Zach, were also good for them. McBurney as well, I thought.
Well, we've got to get going here from Subaru Oval. What was it in the end? 95-point winners, the Broadbeach Cats, making a statement in the first elimination final. We'll be back next week for week 2 of the final series for season 2023. We'll catch you soon.